folks. Oh, let's see if I can find my own video. Right there. Good morning, Hard Life. How are you doing this morning? Snobby, good morning. I cheated this morning. I went out and got me coffee. Yeah, today's your last day. Not sure whether you should be excited or good morning, JJ. Congratulations. He finally got into review. Yeah. Getting done one thing, starting another is always a little up in the air on whether you like it or not. Yep. Cheated this morning and went out and got me some Tim Hortons coffee. Oh, wow, it's gone already. Or maybe I haven't put it up yet. I haven't put it up yet. A little slow on the draw this morning. Yeah, I can see that too. Had to run out when I first got up and got me some smokes this morning, and thought I'd cheat and get me a really nice cup of coffee. Yep. Mean that? Yeah, no. It'll be a while before I get there. I'll probably get there with my hours before I do the subscribers, because I don't really visit the grow streams and whatnot, because you end up with sub for sub and your numbers go up but they go right back down and nobody's watching your content, so it doesn't matter. If I hit my hours, then heck, I may start doing that just to get the numbers up there and get in. But I figure they'll come with the hours, hopefully. It is a goal, but not one I'm in too much of a hurry to get to. Good morning, Ben. Once I get close, then I'll probably start pushing and be anxious for it. But right now, it's so far off that it's not really a option, I guess you could say, at the moment. So Yeah, they got a position that's going to be opening up as management in the company I'm in, but it's a few extra bucks an hour. But I'm not sure I want it because it moves me a little bit further away from being with the people I support. So, and to me, that's what has kept me loving my job for the last almost 6 years is working with them. So I think if I went into management and it put me away from that, I don't think I'd probably enjoy my job so much. So I don't even think I'm going to apply again. Good morning, hard life.
Figured I got a couple minutes to kill. I'll come up for a few.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You going hunting? The shirt is bright orange too.
Yeah. So like that, I don't have to. I don't have to wear a vest. It's already OSHA approved, so I don't have to wear a regular shirt and then a vest on top of it.
Yep. Yep. Keep it a little cooler for you.
Figured I'll stop in real quick, have a smoke break with you,
I appreciate it.
and I'm just taking my leisure at my last job.
Mhm. Good deal.
Yeah.
And
Can't wait to
Jake,
go back. I can't wait to go back to the shop because the supervisor that's there today is filling in for my other supervisor who's on vacation. So this supervisor doesn't know I'm leaving.
oh,
So at the end of the day, I'm gonna come in. Here's the work. Here's the keys. Here's my phone. Here's my tablet. Have a good one. He's gonna be like, What's going on?" I can't wait. I just want to see the look on his face.
oh, he's probably already been warned though.
Most likely, he hasn't said anything to me, so I don't know. But didn't seem like it.
Yeah,
Brother J, brother J.
yes, he finally. I'm kind of curious as to when it updated, how much he had when it updated, because I'm guessing it updated and he had quite a bit.
I'm pretty sure he went over. I'm pretty sure he went over. Because
But
if supposedly he had 50 hours left yesterday, and there's no way he did 50 hours in one day. You
well,
understand what I'm saying?
no, because he was on for. Well, I was on it. For 6.5 hours. I was there, and I think he said he was closing down a half an hour after I left. Four thousand
Yeah.
one hundred and thirty. Yeah, eight.
Well, see, he went real over. That's what I was just trying to get at. He
Yeah,
went
and,
real over.
but that
So,
stream we did last night, there was always at least 10 people in there. So at 7 hours, that's 70 hours right there.
so that's how, all right, all right. So,
You
all right, okay. Now I understand. I
you get
just thought
watch time.
I thought it was counted hours by just the host. I didn't know that it took account for everybody who's in the chat also.
Yeah, everybody that's in the chat, it takes account for their time. So if he had a minimum of 10 people in there, and sometimes he had 15 or 20,
I
so
had
and that's
I didn't know that. I had my wife yelling at me talking about, "Oh, why are you using the other tablet?" I go, "No, no, no, no. Leave that tablet alone. That tablet is I have something running on that tablet." So I had his stuff running on that tablet also.
yep.
I did the same thing with Mike.
Yep. So yeah, it counts for every minute that somebody is in your chat counts as
All
your
right.
watch time.
Also, I'm pretty sure that last night's hours is not even accounted in that total.
No, it's
It'll,
not
it'll,
because
it, he went over by much more.
yeah, when it updates again tomorrow, he'll or the next day or whenever it updates again. It may even update again tonight. He'll have there'll be more hours coming in because those last night probably didn't even count yet.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Because mine didn't count from my coffee chat yesterday. So I'm pretty sure those didn't count for him last night. Because mine updated this morning too, and it gave me 1 hour. But that could just be video time that people, that people have been watching videos.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So updated, and it gave me an hour. And I know that from my coffee chat yesterday, I got at least 10 hours out of that. So
that's wow. That's a lot of watch time.
Yep. So, but it's cool that they count it that way, because if it was only for the host, there's no way you'd get to 4,000 hours in a year. None.
All right, that's good. Now I know. Now I more or less know. I don't know all the ins and outs on YouTube, so I'm as basic can get when it comes to YouTube.
Yeah, because when I first seen 4,000 hours, I'm like, that would be impossible. But because it's only like 7,500 hours in a year or something like that. So no, it's more than that. I don't know, but still,
Well, it's done. He made it, so that's great.
Yeah, me too. Next, on to the next endeavor. 2,000 subscribers.
I love the video. I love the thank you video. He was like, and stuff, and I like to thank, and stuff, and stuff, and stuff. Everybody was stuff and stuff.
Yep.
All right, let's see here. Today I'm working in a great area. Nobody around, no traffic, no nothing. I feel like I'm here by myself.
How do you find a place like that in Jersey?
Well, I'm actually in Ramapo, New York.
Oh.
Yeah. My base station is out of Newark, New Jersey. That's my actual. What we're doing here is what they're calling it a project. Where we are upgrading our whole footprint to fiber. So you know how Fios, how they have fiber to the home, but their fiber goes from the pole only to the side of the house, and then it's coax going inside.
Mm-hmm.
We're upgrading our plan to where our fiber is going to go to directly the back of your box, your cable box.
Oh, that'll give it a much better.
Yeah, it's just the speed, the upload and download that's going to be given is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, because I know they ran fiber optic cable here, but as far as I know, they only ran it through the roads, and then they connected. So, like, my driveway coming down through is just the old coax cable.
Yeah, because what they usually do is they'll run the fiber to the poles, and then from the pole they'll have a splice box and either a node, which most likely will be a node, and then a node will they plug in the fiber to the node, and then the node transfers it to the coax. So what we're doing is we're like the same. You can consider what files that little white box that they put in the side of your house. You can consider that a node. They bring their fiber to there, and then it's coax to the rest of the house. I don't know how they did it in the boxes, but I'm assuming there's some type of a I don't know. That's beyond my brain capability. However, they did it in the boxes, but we're skipping the whole bringing it to the node and just going straight to the back of the box.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So now what ends up happening is, I work for the company. I'm a construction tech. I do construction. My usual job is running new plant. Like if they put up new poles or they put up a new house or a new building, we got to get cable main line to feed that building. So then the rest of the apartments in the building or condos, whatever it may be, can receive cable. So that's what I usually do. We do new build and we maintain. They started this project. They took a few of the construction guys, and put them on this project. So now, when I wake up in the morning at 4:30, I wait for my my kid's grandfather to come. I head over to Newark. I get in my work truck. Then I gotta take an hour and a half drive all the way up to Nyack, New York, to West Nyack, New York. Do my job, go all the way back to Newark, leave the truck, get in my personal vehicle, and go home. And I gotta do all that before a certain time so my wife can get enough sleep to go to work at night.
That's what
So
he's saying, Bubble Vis. They're in the process of running fiber from the nodes to the house.
yeah,
With
say that
the
again.
Bubble Vis asked why not fiber from the fiber node to the house, and I was just explaining that's what you're in the process of. Your company's in the process of doing is running those fibers from the nodes to the house.
No, we're actually running the main feed fibers, and then the fiber department will come in, and because it's not released yet, we're still upgrading the footprint. We just started this 2 years ago. It's supposed to be a 10-year project, because our we got a large footprint. So right now we're running the main fiber feeds to the poles. Then the fiber department will come and splice in the nodes. After quality control comes, which right now I'm kind of doing. That's what they have me doing, a pre-quality control, going out, making sure everything has to be fine. It has to be the way it is. So when quality control comes, they check the line and pass it, and then we can release it. So when then it's released, then whoever the customer is will call, and then they'll send a technician over to run the small fiber from the node to the house.
Yeah. Maybe they ran because my driveway is 350 feet, and I got one pole halfway down the driveway. Then I got another pole out here near my house, and they might have run it down there, but I never seen them do it. But I know that when last year when I had my cable redone, they ran a new line from my pole into my house, but I know it wasn't fiber, it was coax, but it was the newest coax that you got. It's this thicker one. And
So okay, that's how far is how far is the pole to your house?
50 feet maybe.
50 feet.
Yeah.
And so what they did is oh,
Oh,
there's not.
hold on. Hold on. Snobby's got a lot of background feed here.
Turn that shit off.
What ends up happening is your last pole. They probably ran the main feed to the last pole, which would probably be the pole that's 345 feet away from your house.
I got two poles. I got one that's about 50 feet from the house, and then I got another pole that's about 150 feet from the house. And then the pole's out in the road.
I got
Morning, guys. All right.
Morning, Snobby.
Snobby. So the cable that's going from the pole to your house, if you look at the pole, there should be what we call a tap. That's the cable is running in there. Running. That's where you get your signal from. So what they did is they gave you an RG11, not an RG6. RG6 is smaller cable. RG11 is a bigger cable. So what they're doing is they're giving you an RG11 to compensate for the loss of signal from the pole that's 45.
No, they're on.
Right. And they also give me it. They also said it was a better cable for running because there's part of it where it goes underground and it come up, but where I remodified everything, it has to be buried again. And they said it was okay to bury the cable; it'd be fine.
Okay, so it's not a better cable as far as
I can tell
signal.
you exactly what it is because the woman said, "Well, in case you need to updo your house inside somewhere," and she left me like half a roll of the cable.
Yeah, no. But what they ended up doing is it's not a better cable as far as signal is concerned. It's just armor cable. It has a small cable to go under. But still, the same thing as the regular 1311 without.
Hang on a minute.
You were breaking up a little bit there, Half-Life.
Say that again?
You was breaking up a little bit. Like a little bit. Couldn't hear it properly.
It's probably in the area that I'm in.
Maybe.
All right, so what do I have to do? I have to lift the cable. Let me get up in the air. Take you guys on a ride.
Yeah.
Let me flip this around. Yeah, I can see what I'm doing. I'm getting into my bucket right now. Look at the safety latch that to secure my bucket. I gotta tie it because there's no lock. So I gotta literally tie it. So
Well,
about
at least you know then.
4 feet up in the air, and I gotta tie a door with a piece of rope.
There's no numbers on it, and the tag has been ripped up.
Yeah, no, if it's thick like you're saying, it's an RG11.
It's this here.
And yeah, it's an RG11 and it's armored, so you could bring it under. So in case anything happens, the armor will protect it from getting. So this is what I mean about my quality control. Like right now, right off the bat, this line right here. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, perfect example of that. So you see this cable here? This is an RG2. This cable here is an RG11. You notice the difference.
Wow.
This cable, after a certain amount of footage, you can't cut this cable. You have to use this one so you can receive your clear signal. And this is what we call the tap. This right here. This is what we call the tap. Once you plug into this is what gives you the signal to your cable right here. So if right now you hook this cable, I shut it down. I don't have any more cable.
You're getting a massive amount of feedback there, Snobby.
Is that me?
No, it's Snobby.
Yeah, there's nothing on in here.
Oh, now it's
Unless it's,
Now it's
there's
gonna-
nothing on in here.
Well, so that's that. So now this is our fiber that we're running. This cable, this thicker cable that you see here, that's called MC cable. That's MC 650. So that feeds into the tap and gives it a signal. All taps have tap values. The lower the tap value, the better the signal you get going into your line. But you have to go down the road. You have to start off with a.
Yeah, I don't know if there's one of those out there or not.
Yeah, if it's coming out the pole, it should be. If not, then it's coming from the pole that's 345 feet away from your house, and that's why they gave you the RG11 to make sure you receive the signal.
Yeah, probably.
So right, Bill.
But I'm surprised you let me, try to be a third of the roll of it there. And she's like, here, just in case you said put some connectors on it, and you can run this through your house to all your TVs and. I'm surprised.
Fix this.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys don't just cut them, because around here they cut the trees way back away from the.
Well, we need permission. We can't just. It has to be, in order for us to cut the tree can't be in someone's property. It has to be a certain footage from the curb towards the property before we can cut it.
They won't cut the tree.
By the property, we need their permission. We can't just cut their trees down.
Out here, they won't cut the tree.
I don't know. It's me. Let me knock off and then come back.
All right.
Yeah. Now it's fine. I can, there's no bad noise coming through my earphones now. It must have been hard life.
Yeah, maybe it was where he's so close to the wires or something.
Yeah, and he's moving around as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you nipped out to get a coffee then, eh?
Yep. Knock out. Got a coffee, some cigarettes. Wife's up already, but she's not feeling good, so.
Really?
Hey, 870. Yeah.
That's no good, is it?
No. I hear sirens.
Yeah, they're not here.
No, they're outside. So we never hear sirens up here, so.
Oh, we hear them all the time here. All the time. We live. Well, it's quite a busy road, this one where I live, and because it's warm and that, it's nice to have the windows open and the fresh air coming in and everything. Otherwise it gets a bit stuffy.
Yep, I live way out in the middle of the boonies, so.
I wish I did.
I wish I lived further in the boonies. Did you hear that? My wife heaving in the bathroom.
I was going to say, it sounded a bit like a dinosaur.
She's throwing up.
Oh dear, that's no good.
No. Oh.
So you're not going to go in there and comfort her then or anything, like rub her back and say, you're right, love?
Not unless she wants me on my knees right beside her. And she knows that, so.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I can handle, because I deal with it a lot, human feces and drool and stuff like that. But when it comes to vomit, I can't do it. Hey, Hard Life, we was thinking maybe it was the wires, all the electricity and signals through those wires are feeding back through your phone or something.
Could have not actually not the wires. I'm thinking it was the speaker, the communication speaker. I have a speaker up on the bucket that when I talk, they can hear me inside the truck's cockpit. I'm thinking it might have been back feeding from that. So apologies.
That's right.
No worries.
No.
We just was blaming it on Snobby, that's all.
Yeah, blame it on him, yeah.
But we were talking about the trees. Around here, they won't cut the trees. But if you're, if you've got a tree on your property and the limbs are going out into the power lines and stuff, they'll cut the limbs.
Well, power is the only one that can do it without authority because it becomes a safety issue. They can literally go into any tree that's touching power and just cut it. That's a lot of times, but they won't cut it. They'll top it. If you notice, I don't know over there, but in Jersey, when you look at a power line that has a tree, they kind of top it to mushroom, like that. So they just basically chop it off, trim everything off.
Yeah, they prune it out around the line, which they need to come down in my driveway and do it because I got a maple tree out there that's growing right into the lines. I'm not going out and cut it. So they need to come do it. And I'm technically only responsible from my meter, which is 50 feet from my house. To my house. They're responsible from that meter all the way out to the road to the main power line. So they.
I don't know why it's happening. That can't be because I still hear all the noise. I have the speaker. everything off, but I still hear noise in the background.
Yeah, I don't.
Like right now, literally, I'm already look. I'm far away.
That's weird. Oh, oh, it's still going. Now it's gone. Oh, yep. Now it's gone. That's weird.
I don't think it couldn't be my earphones, could it?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Because when I talk to you, it's clear as a whistle. You know, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hear it right now. Oh no, there it goes again.
What? It's just me and you.
And it's just me and you. I don't know.
I can't.
Weird. Maybe it's StreamYard's self acted up today. I don't know.
Well, we are a long way apart, aren't we?
A little bit, minute or two.
That's for sure.
So
I know I know it's very, very, very cloudy and quite windy here today.
I got sun, but it's cool. It's cool out.
I mean, this is a lovely time for me to be on a live stream, and I really appreciate Maine-iac you allowing me to come up because sometimes, you know, like when JJ goes live, it's like it could be like 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night for me, and my day's almost over. If you know what I mean, it's like, oh god.
Yep. Yep. That's
You must be the only one.
That's why Gill Skills does a 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon live stream for people over your way, so it's a little bit better time for them.
Right, yeah.
Good morning, Jewish redneck preppers. Howdy, howdy, howdy.
Hello.
Yeah, it's only 64 degrees here today, right now.
Oh, that's very cool for you today, then, isn't it?
Well, I live in Maine, so in 3 hours it could be 80 or it may only get up to 70 today. It depends on what it feels like doing, I think.
So whereabouts? I mean, my geography's not that great. I mean, but whereabouts is Maine in the US? Is it US or it is US? Yeah, or Canada?
Yeah, US. It's the US. But I'm in the farthest northeast you can go in the US.
Furthest northeast you can go. So let me think.
Way up above New York, you got to go from New York into Connecticut up through into Massachusetts, and then through New Hampshire and stuff to get up to Maine.
New Hampshire. Yeah, because like, obviously I'm sort of like talking to many guys now in the US, and I'm sort of like working me around the whole of the US. You know, I know a little bit about where New Ipswich, Chicago, Illinois. Yeah. But then the wife just opened the door, come in and said Maine's well known for lobsters, apparently.
Yes. Yep. Maine lobster. We even have lobster. We used to have our plate had a lobster on it. Now it's got a chickadee, which is our state bird, but you can still get the ones with the lobster. But yeah, if you're looking at a map of the United States, the point way up in the upper right corner,
right,
that's Maine. So a lot of people, even some of the U.S. people that aren't the most intelligent, sometimes think Maine is part of Canada.
Right. Okay. So, are you near the coast, like the sea where you are, or?
Yeah, I can be in the coast in about half an hour.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Coast in a half an hour. I can be in Canada in about 2 hours.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
Well, yeah, if you want to go to Canada, I guess.
Don't you like going to Canada?
I used to think it was cool, but then I actually dated a woman that lived in Canada. And after a while, you get up there and it's like, well, this is just like Maine, except half the people up here speak French. And
Right.
so,
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that you say that because actually, know a scrapper up there in Canada, and he's of French descendant. I think he talks French. I
yeah,
think he moved out there many years ago, and perhaps he was a child. I think
Quebec and New
that's
Brunswick.
it.
In Quebec, yeah. Quebec and New Brunswick they're about 50-50 with the French. Quebec seems to be a little bit more French speaking.
Yeah.
But and it's traveled down, and that's why Maine is actually Louisiana is the #1 French speaking state in the US because of all the Cajuns and stuff down there. But Maine is a close second with the amount of people that speak French. I don't speak French, but
Right. Yeah. That sort of like. I mean, that Quebec is in Montreal, correct?
no, Quebec is its own. Montreal is
Oh,
in Quebec.
right. Montreal's in Quebec.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's where Pusha Studios is in Montreal, I believe.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to me as well, this YouTube and connecting with people also is like quite an educational thing as well, like for the geography, because I was absolutely useless at it at school. But now, obviously, I'm a little bit older, and it's nice to know. You know, I didn't realise as a kid what geography really meant to me. But now I'm learning all about Canada, Quebec, not so much the other way. Oh, Australia, yeah, but no other real countries really. A little bit of Denmark, the Netherlands. That's about it. Whether they're predominantly speaking English speaking people, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never been good at geography.
Yeah, I mean, even in the UK where I am, I mean, obviously I know where Wales is and I know where Scotland is. I've not really done. I've only really ever been up halfway up the UK, and I've been round quite a lot of the bottom of the part of the UK. But as for Scotland, I've never ever been to Scotland ever.
Learning
It's
a
about
map of all the countries is very useful. 870
no,
Popo says.
yeah, of course.
I really don't plan on going anywhere, so it ain't useful to me.
Yeah.
And not only that, I got GPS. It'll tell me where I need to go.
But you must. Have you ever been on a plane before, or?
Yeah. Yeah, I've flown quite a few times. Just here in the US, doing trips to Boston, Georgia, Florida. I went to Utah once.
Yeah, I mean, it's been great for me sending out stickers as well, because I've sent stickers to Boston, Worcester. Um, yeah, I've sent them over quite, a widespread. Even we've got one here that's going to Alabama on the
Alabama.
takeaway. Alabama, yeah, Tooney in Alabama.
I was stuck in Alabama for 10 days once on my motorcycle trip. My bike broke down. And it was 4th of July holiday, so
It was busy, I bet.
yeah, I was stuck. Um and I was staying in a campsite, and in Alabama nobody camps in July. So the campsite was totally empty, and it was so freaking hot. It was unbelievable. But I was thinking about your mail-in problem with the postage being so expensive. If you get a bunch of stickers and stuff you got to send out to the US, would it be cheaper to to address them and then put them all in one package and send them to one person and have them send them out?
Uh, well, to be honest with you, I'm not sending them out every week or every day, and it actually costs £1.35 to send out my sticker and Dusty sticker in the same envelope. So it's nothing really, you know. And for the cost of the cost of the stickers weren't that expensive either. I think Dusty paid, I'm not sure how many she got. I think she might have got 50. They're much larger than my ones, and I think she paid, I think it was about £20, I think, for 50 stickers, and I paid about £26 for 200. So, you know, there's no real, you know, these other people at the other end, they do the same thing. Like, it costs them money to send me one. It costs me money to send them one. So, you know, it's nothing really.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some made up. You was talking about finding a different place. I'm gonna leave those ones on Teespring, but I'm gonna order some from another company where it's $50 for 250 of them, and those are
Yeah,
3 inch. So,
which is a nice size. That's a nice size, much bigger than the ones I've got. I mean, the one that Dusty's got here,
yep.
you know, that's about a 3 inch square one. That is, I think it's 85 millimeters, and much larger than the ones I've got. Yeah, but I don't understand why people. I went to a sticker place here, not far from where I live, and I wanted a more of a detailed designed one, and just for the consultation, to sit with someone at a computer, so I can give my thoughts and input. For them just to do that alone was £75. Then it'd probably be another £150 to get the stickers done because they got to make up the dye or something to do it. And I thought, you know what? Nowadays they can take any picture, copy it, and then print it. That's it. And if you want your own specific detail and design, then yeah, it's going to cost you money. But if you're happy to go with something very simple, like what Dusty's done,
Right.
you know, it's so cheap.
Yep.
Because she was going to get something a little bit more detailed. It was like a cartoon character of Madonna, right? Um, sorry, and the company that she was after said, "Oh no, we probably couldn't do that because of copyright." And this is how mine came through.
Oh yeah, yours come out as in a sheet.
Yeah, so just cut them. I mean, these ones are only about oh, I'm not sure. They're only much smaller. I mean, compared to
They look like
like
1x2s. Yeah, they're probably 1 inch by 2 inch.
yeah, something like that, much smaller. But you know, the good thing about it, when people start putting these round ones together, it leaves a space that you could never fill really. So my little ones fill in them gaps.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing though. The one where I found where they can be cheaper, they're not die cut because where my
Right.
words come out past the circle, you
Uh,
can die cut that goes all the way around it. You know, and those are expensive. That's like $200 for 500 of them. But just to get them, so if I want to send them out to people and stuff, yeah, I can get $50 for 250 of them. So
yeah, I mean, to me, I mean, it's only a sticker, okay, but for me, it shows fellow YouTubers that you appreciate the support they've given you, whether they've dropped in, subscribed to you, and left you one message. Because there's a lot of people out there that don't do nothing. They don't care. You know, whether they're selfish or really, really tight-assed, I don't know. You know,
yeah. Well, it's
I
like
don't know.
I don't know if you follow E-Waste Ben at all.
I have done, yes. I have, yes.
That guy will have giveaways where he'll give away freaking 10, 15 grams of gold. little
Wow.
gold bars, and he'll have giveaways and just subscribe in this thing, and I'll pick some people, and he'll give away 10 grams of gold at a time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was following him pretty much when I first sort of started YouTube and that. I watched him when he went to India on his holiday. He's the guy in Australia, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, he went to holiday in India,
Mumbai.
and sort of showed all the scrapping and stuff that goes on out there. So yeah, I was following him quite a while there, and just for some reason, I don't know what it is. Either someone else appears and you start following them for a while, and you sort of forget about Eways Ben. You just I don't know whether it's just the progression in the YouTube itself. Then I've hooked up with Eways Mike. Um, and I was following another guy. That I've been following for it's well over a year and a half. Let's put it this way. And commented on almost every video, and he's putting out four times a day some days. And you make one comment that's misread or misunderstood or interpreted the wrong way, and all of a sudden you've become a hater because he's in a bad mood, he's took it the wrong way, and you end up falling out. So, but I think he's realised maybe because he's asked for some more of my stickers. So I don't know. I don't know whether it'll ever be the same, but not on my part, it won't anyway.
Yes, Bubble. This Dusty is Snobby's wife, and 8-7. That not very useful, but handy. Yeah. What gets me about Eways Ben is, and I don't even know what it is. There's nothing special about it, but it mesmerizes you to follow him around and watch him pick through trash. And
oh yeah,
to me, it's amazing what they throw away.
Oh,
but
yeah, the stuff I find.
Yeah, and we can't do that around here. We get hard. People put their trash out beside the road, but any computers and stuff they have to take down to the dump themselves because they have to pay to get rid of them and stuff. So,
yeah, and that's sort of like what's happening. Yeah, that's what's happening in the UK in a big way. I think like the local governments and councils have looked into the profits that the scrapyards make, seen what they earn a year, and they've gone, you know what, we could have a slice of that cake. So if we change the rules so that all the tenants and they have to take it to the local amenities, we'll have that money instead.
Yep. And what happens is, like our dump down here, they allow me to go down. I go down once a week, and they got the the Gaylord box out there, and I can go through it and take whatever I want because people have to pay them to bring the computers and TVs and stuff like that in. But then in turn, the dump has to pay a recycle company so much per pound to come in and take it off their hands.
Right.
So if I go down and pull out 3 or 4 computers that's there, I've just saved them a couple bucks. That's right. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, see, once it hits our recycling centres, you cannot touch it.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know if you're supposed to here, but I'm a local. I've lived in this town now for almost 20 years, and so they're probably like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we have to show a driving license of proof of where you live because I couldn't go into another borough and dump my rubbish in another borough. They wouldn't allow it.
No, we have a town permit. We have 2 towns that use our dump, and we have to have permits, and you have to go to the dump. You have to show them your registration and your license to show them that you live in that town, and then they'll give you a permit thing that you just hang up on your.
Yeah. I mean, it's been quite a few years now. The scrapyards must have been given some sort of I don't know what sort of letter it would have been, but to say that they're no longer allowed to take refrigeration units, fridges, freezers, air conditioning units, and all that. They're not allowed to take them. So, like where I live, you can almost see a fridge or freezer on every street corner because the scrapyards won't take them. They've got to be dismantled correctly in the correct manner. So
the fluids have to be
yeah.
taken out of them.
Yeah. Now I've seen many YouTube videos now where they have to go to a particular unit and be taken apart correctly. You know, they take all the gas out, they take the oil out, they recycle every part of it properly, rather than it just being picked up by a grab, put in the back of a lorry, go to a shredding machine and all shredded up.
Cool, hard life. Well, thanks for sticking around.
See you soon, hard life. Yeah, it's become a bit crazy, really. But I understand it because, and I do and I don't really, because obviously the UK's become a bit of an international hotel, right? And the Eastern Europeans that do the scrap life, they will go around and they will cut the compressor out the back of the refrigeration units, and regardless, they will still let that gas off, which is Ferron. Is it Ferron gas? Freon gas.
Howdy, Pearl.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, they're not supposed to have Freon in them no more, though. The older ones will.
Yeah, but
the newer ones have that.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's many of them in the UK still.
Yeah.
You know, and they just cut them off, let the Freon go up into the sky, which never ever evaporates. Never.
Yeah. Now it's got the oil in it, but.
Yeah, well, all they do is just cut the little copper pipes, remove the compressor, and all the Freon's gone, and there's just no care. You know, all they're worried about is getting a few bob for it.
Yeah. Here, if you take them to a scrapyard, the line has to be cut somewhere before you can take it to the scrapyard, and you don't get much for it. They just consider it white metal, and that stuff's only like $20 or $30 a ton. It's not very much at all. Not where I am, anyways. And but if you take it down to the dump, it doesn't have to be cut, but it costs you $20 to drop off a refrigerator.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it costs you money.
Yeah.
Well, they've got the system worked out well, haven't they?
They do.
Oh, that's better.
So how are you doing, Pearl?
I'm doing good, Maine-iac. How are you this morning?
Good. You look tired.
Yeah, just woke up.
I got my coffee.
Eh.
Coffee.
Haven't had coffee yet this morning.
I wasn't getting on YouTube with no coffee, and I had to go get smokes. So I said, well, if I get some coffee, I'll drink a little bit of it before I got home. So then I'll be ready to talk. Because I don't like to talk before that first cup of coffee. Don't even want to talk.
Most people don't.
I'm not grumpy. I just don't want to talk to nobody. Leave me alone. Leave me alone with my thoughts.
Yeah.
20 years, 2 kids. Been with him since he was 15. It's a long time there, Snobby.
Is that Dusty on the line, is it?
Yeah.
In the chat? Yeah, what's she saying?
She was just, Bubblevis had asked if you guys are married. She said, yeah, 20 years, 2 kids, and been with you since you were 50.
Yeah, it's been a long road. Yeah.
I've had 2 wives in the last 20 years, 3 in the last 27. So 20. No, I got married when I was 21. So 3 in the last 26 years.
Yeah, we've been together since our school days.
Oh,
What is it about us old bald bastards? We can get some pretty decent looking women, huh?
I don't know why. I mean,
some
I got to
women
be
like
very.
a head full of skin.
What was that?
I said some women like a head full of skin. So.
What? Yeah, I don't know what it is. You know, I got to be careful what I say now. Dusty's watching it. I'm sure she's got some housework to do.
that gets you in trouble.
Oh yeah.
That'll get most guys in trouble.
You dribble.
She's not even done me any lunch yet. I mean, you know, I'm wasting away here.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh, she's doing her housework. She's just listening at the same time.
Yeah. I can't believe how quick it's gone today. I mean, it's like 5 to 3 here now. Well, just gone 10 to 3 in the afternoon. I just don't know where the day's gone.
Yeah. Well, luckily my day, I still got time before I have to worry about getting anything done. So
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing yesterday, so I probably ought to do something today.
I gotta do house cleaning today.
Yeah. Well, I got a stack of wood that I had the wood brought in when there was snow on the ground, so I stacked it up nice and neat, but it had some snow underneath it. And then once the snow melted, now that stack of wood has fallen and one tier of it's leaning, so I really need to get out there and move it all and restack it. And how would that make for a YouTube video? Country life, do you really want to live it? This is what you got to do.
Yeah.
A lot of people say, "Oh, I'd love to live in," which I do. I love living in the country. I love it, but they don't realize to you don't need to do everything I do to live in the country. But if you want to live the country lifestyle with a wood burning stove and all that stuff, it ain't exactly easy. So
No. I mean, I watch a lot of them programs where they live in Alaska. You know, bit remote there.
hello, Amy. Happy Tuesday. Welcome,
Hello,
welcome,
Amy.
welcome.
Happy Tuesday, everybody.
I don't know. So, well, normally I'd say Happy Tuesday because it would be my Friday at work, but not this week.
That's no fun.
Al, this week when it turns Friday, I start work Friday morning at 8 o'clock, and I don't get out of work until 8 o'clock Sunday night. So,
Yeah.
and I'll have about 20 people running around the campsite, and I'll have to be cooking and barbecuing, and yeah, I don't have 20 acres, Bubble Guts. I only got about 2 1/3 acres here, but the guy that owns the land on that side of me, there's no houses, so there's more acreage over there. Then over here on the side of me, there's more acreage over there, and then there's more acreage out back of my house where nobody's built. So I'm sitting about in the middle of about 10 acres of land, but I only own 2 of it. But it's nice because I was gonna buy that land when I moved in, but the person I bought the land off of gave them first dibs, and they all bought it up because they didn't want nobody building there. And I'm like, that works for me because that's all I wanted to do with it anyways, was buy it so nobody else would build there. So, and that neighbor, when I had horses, that neighbor over there and that neighbor over there both let me pasture my horses out in their land. So I still had to use it. Yeah, there's no more acreage around me for sale though. But like I said, they're not using it, so I don't mind because I wouldn't use it either. It just be there to. I had some goats and pigs and chickens and rabbits and ducks and geese and horses. At one time, I had a
That's a
little.
lot of animals.
Yeah, I called it my backyard petting zoo.
I would imagine.
At one time, I had about 100 rabbits.
Wow.
Well, it's funny. I'd breed them, and then I'd take the little babies to the auction house and sell the babies. And then I had a little website online, and I had people come into my house and buying the babies for $10 a piece for the babies, and it was just something I did in my spare time.
Uh-huh.
So. But then it got through that I just didn't want to deal with that no more. Having to go out and feed the animals. It was quite peaceful there when I'd have a day off, just sit out there. I'd take a chair and go out there and sit there and watch the chickens run around all day.
Apparently Dusty, when she was younger, her mum or dad at the time gave her some money to go and buy a hamster from the pet shop. And she came back with 2 chickens. No, sorry, 2 ducks. Well, you're not allowed to have ducks or chickens. You got to ask permission.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I gotta go.
Missy.
I gotta get off here, Maine-iac. I'll talk to you guys later.
All
Thanks for
right.
having me.
You have a good one.
Bye.
Bye for now. Yeah, so she came back with 2 ducks.
Yeah.
I think she named them Donald and Duffy, I think it was. Daffy. Donald and Daffy, that's it, yeah.
Well, the problem about all of this is I live in Maine, and no matter how big of a gun I got, somebody around me has a bigger one. There's not too many people in Maine that don't own a gun. At least one. Some own several.
Yeah, I'll never get my head around that one.
I know a guy that, in all honesty, and this is no exaggeration, he has a wall about the size of this one right here, which is 20 feet. And it literally, the guns are standing up like this, and he has a gun cabinet, and it is totally full of guns. He has something like over 100 rifles, and then hanging up on above them, the wall is just covered with pistols. He's got something like 350 guns in his house.
You're not even allowed to have one in the UK.
Yeah, he don't have to worry about being invaded, I can tell you that.
I mean, I think you can obviously have shotguns. There's many people that got shotguns. They've got to have the licenses and all that. And I've noticed over the last few years there do seem to be many more gun shootings now. Where these people are getting the guns from, I don't know.
That's the problem I see with gun control, is when you take guns out of the law-abiding citizens' hands, then the only people that have them are the non-law-abiding citizens that are going to use them. The law-abiding citizens aren't going to use them. And by banning them and making them illegal, the criminals are still going to have them because they don't care. So why take them out of everybody else? In the last 2 years since they did open carry, well, not open carry, we don't need a special permit. We can carry a concealed weapon here in Maine. You don't need a license or permit or anything to do it. You just got to be over the age of 21. And our crime rate has dropped. So,
yeah,
because you never know. Are you going to go up and pull a knife on somebody to try to rob them when there's a chance they could have a 45 in their back pocket?
Yeah. As the saying goes, don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
Yep, exactly. I mean, so the crime rate in Maine has dropped like 10% or something like that in just 2 years. So,
yeah. Yeah, but we've had some sort of ridiculous laws passed and that, like if you were to get caught with a knife, you'd get a maximum of 5 years in prison. But with what's happened over the last few years with the multiple stabbings and all that, it's just not enough. It should be, if you get caught with a knife, it's 5 years instantly. If you hurt somebody with a knife, it's 10 years. But if you actually kill and murder someone with a knife, you're going away for 30 years. That is it.
Yeah, but you're not even allowed to carry a pocket knife?
No. Oh, probably a little diddy one.
Something like that?
No, you'd be in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, you'd be in trouble. I've got one here. That I actually was very, very silly at the time. This one here, right? It's a little one, right? But it's actually it's a flick lock knife.
Yep.
Right. Now that is completely illegal because it's a flick knife and a lock knife. But that is only, I've got a ruler here somewhere. Where's my ruler? Did have a ruler here. But anyway, that's only from the tip to the blade there. That's probably maximum 2.5 inches.
Yeah, it's about the one I got in my pocket.
That's illegal.
That's crazy.
Look, I know what you're saying. Yeah, it is crazy, but that in the wrong place, it's a deadly weapon.
Yeah, I just don't get it. Around here, you got to have a knife in your pocket. What if you need to cut a piece of rope or open a box or? I mean, I can see you carrying around because here you can't have any blade on you that's over 6 inches unless it's specifically designed for hunting. It has like the gut hook on it and stuff, so you can gut a deer with it. Those you can carry, but just a regular knife, it can't be over 6. The blade can't be over 6 inches long. But even if you get caught with it, they're just going to tell you to take it off, put it in your car, take it home or whatever. They're not going to arrest you for it. They're just going to, tell you or hide it, or something. They're not going to arrest you for it.
Yeah. No, I think it just be a ban across the board. Just if you get caught with a knife, unless you've got a very, very good reason to be carrying that knife, you get 5 years in prison. No ifs or buts. I'm not interested. You're going out with that intention. You shouldn't have the knife in your pocket. It's simple as that.
Now your cops don't even carry guns, right?
There are some, yes. We have to have armed response and stuff like that. Generally, the ones local to me are mainly at the London City Airport, where there is a little bit more higher security. Most of them have the stun guns, and then you might get the odd trained professionals that have a handgun.
Right.
But not many. Not many. Depends on security and the area. I mean, if there's police around the Houses of Parliament now, then they've probably got a handgun that you wouldn't see.
I talked to an officer a couple months ago. I was asking him what he thought of the new, the law of not having to have a permit to carry a gun, and he said, it doesn't make any difference to me. He said, I patrol here in Maine. I just automatically assume everybody's got a gun anyway. So,
right, yeah.
But I did notice some cops. The only difference there's been, because I thought it would give the cops a heightened, awareness, and maybe all they do now is this kind of standard practice is when they're walking up to your car, you can see their palm of their hand is on the butt of their pistol.
Right, yeah.
Until you roll down your window, and then they see you're fine, and then their hand will come off and all that. But now they approach your car with their hand on their pistol, which, hey, they should anyways.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've seen many of the American cop shows on our TV. The cop goes up to the car and that, and he's, unsure of the person and all that. And as soon as that person opens the door, they shoot the cop. I think, like, what? That's just mental.
Yeah, which
Crazy.
is part of the reason why so many people want gun control. But like I said, those people doing gun control is not going to stop those people from having guns anyways.
No.
So.
No. That's true.
Now, personally, I can see outlawing some guns because, like, here in America, it is legal to own a freaking bazooka. Why do you need a bazooka? Seriously. So, if they want to outlaw bazookas, let them outlaw bazookas. It's like, because why do you, unless you want to shoot, cut up, and cook your meat all in one shot, do you really need a bazooka?
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Like from what I've learned over the many years, it seems like the US, I don't know whether I'm right, and poke me in the eye if I'm wrong, but they seem to manufacture a lot of these arms yearly, and the older stock gets sold off to other countries, by the millions of pound deals and everything like that. I think a lot of money is just wasted in that military, whatever they build. The UK does it as well, spend millions of pounds on a warship or something, and I don't understand it. I really don't. And I think sometimes it's to give to a third world country that hasn't got these arms so that they can have gunfights and play cowboys and Indians. Well, that's the way I see it, because if they didn't give them in the first place, then they wouldn't be able to fight back, would they?
Right, but
just scrap them back down and remelt them if they're old stock.
Well,
don't sell them.
Yeah, the thing is, a gun, if it's sitting there, and even if it's 100 years old, if it's never been fired, it's still a brand new gun, and it's still going to work just fine.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I just don't understand it.
We got guns out there now that, collectors have and stuff. They're 200 years old, back from the Revolutionary War, and they still work. So it ain't like that gun isn't gonna work.
Yeah.
But what happens is the U.S. military will upgrade. Like, I'd like to know what happened to, because they've now, instead of M16s, now they have AR-15s and M4s. So what did they do with the millions and millions of M16s? Where are they?
It's like they've gone somewhere. Some trade deal was made underhand and all that, and they've gone to some other country that had nothing.
Yep.
They can have their cowboy and Indian fights.
Yeah, I say sell them back. If the government doesn't use them, then sell them back to the gun companies, or give them back to just give them back to the gun companies, and let the gun companies either refurbish them for personal sales or melt them down so they have the correct iron to build new guns.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So, because I'm definitely not against guns. I am against unneeded guns, like an AR-15. We can use that. I think it shouldn't have the full, and it doesn't. It is illegal in the U.S. to own a full auto, or to hunt with a fully automatic weapon. You can't hunt. You can own it, but you can't hunt with it. So like the AR-15s, I think we should be able to have them, but I think that they should build a version of it that is a semi-auto only to sell to wholesale or to the public. I know some NRA enthusiasts will disagree with me on that, which is fine. I'm all for owning guns, but even the law in Maine, to me, up until 2 years ago, you could carry a concealed weapon in Maine, but you had to go to you had to go through a 2-day course in order to get that permit to carry it. You had to do a 2-day course, which most of it is basically just on gun safety. I didn't mind that because it told me that the people out there that are carrying it know how to use it and know how to respect the gun. And now, if you're over 21 and you're not a felon and you're not a registered crazy person, you can carry a concealed weapon. And even if you don't know how to use it, never fired a gun before, you can go buy a gun and carry it on you.
Yeah. See, I've never really understood why they would make plastic guns for children, right? Like back in the day, they used to do like a silver and brown handled like cowboy gun with a little belt and everything like that as well. I mean, I've never really grasped that one. I don't understand it, as I'm sure that many people have held a plastic gun and it's been misinterpreted for a real one. I mean, my son's got that's a little while ago now. He bought an air gun, an air pistol gun, right? A pellet gun that you put
CO2.
like yes, a canister that shoots out. And I mean, if that ball bearing that hits you, that'd bloody well hurt.
Yeah, they hurt.
Yeah, I know that it done comes out quite fast because he shot in our backyard and he broke both the double glazed glass on my shed door. Done both of them, and they were double glazed.
Yeah, they hurt.
Yeah,
Because
that's a metal gun that's really, really heavy. If that was shown in the wrong situation, you could be shot by a real gun.
and they have been.
And you could anyone could go and buy them.
Yeah, and they have been, and now I'm not sure about pellet guns, but I know that any child's gun has to have a bright orange tip on the end of it so that it's easily recognizable as a toy.
Yeah, but you've only got to get that one trigger happy cop, maybe. That. I mean, I've known people to get shot because they had a mobile phone in their hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, over here, he got shot, and you just think, bloody hell.
Bubble Fist says I need a bazooka to fend off jetboard Gatling guns. Like I said, I like my guns, but some of it's a little bit crazy.
Still, it's an interesting subject to talk about, I suppose, eh?
Yeah, it's not a bad way. It can, if you get with the wrong person, it can actually cause a very heated discussion.
Yeah, I mean, I've always seen that type of war thing, right? I mean, I've never really been interested in the Navy, the Army, or anything like that. And I've always seen it as like it's a rich man's war, but it's a poor man's blood that suffers. You get all these politicians and higher up people that cause this, right? And they send out their troops to deal with it, but it's them the ones that suffer.
Right.
I mean, if we didn't have, I don't even know what possesses people to want to go in the Army or the Navy or anything like that. I would never ever push my son into doing anything like that.
No, I don't think we have anybody in the U.S. that pushes their child to go into the military. But and I guess the U.S. can be different, but I know when my daughter went into the Army, I was proud as hell of her. She was actually scared to tell me at first that she signed up. And when she signed up, I
Right?
gave her a big hug, and I was proud as hell. And even though I personally never been in the military, but when my daughter went in, man, I was so proud of her.
Uh-huh.
Of course, she ended up coming out uh, on medical because of her back and stuff. But man, I was proud of her when she decided to go.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I just don't understand it. Why youngsters? I mean, back in the day, and I'm only hanging on to this one because I can remember it quite well. That they actually made Elvis Presley go into the. I'm not quite sure what department, but
Yeah,
even he had to.
he was drafted into the army.
Yeah, he had no choice.
Yeah, he made it out to be a big deal, but they drafted him, but they kept him safe, and he didn't see any combat. He basically sat around and played music for people.
Yeah, yeah. Entertained the troops.
Yeah, just about. But he had
Yeah,
to get drafted. So
yeah, yeah, yeah. There shouldn't be no conflict in the world.
no, but we got so many people joining the military in the US that now it used to be if you went in you had to be in for 4 years, and now they've cut that down to 3 if you join, and you actually have to pass all kinds of tests and join now because there's so many people trying to join the military, and they're like, oh, this is great, some people are so patriotic. No, it's because there's nothing out there. The military now pays pretty good. It's a pretty good, and if you make a career out of the military and you put in your full 20 years, you're going to retire pretty well off.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. I can see that side of things, definitely. Um, generally the boats just do a little bit of touring around the world, don't they? And you know, they're generally at a harbour somewhere, cleaning the decks, as it were.
Yeah. So
And I know you've got to have protection. I understand that, but there shouldn't be any conflict in the world anyway. Not today, anyway.
there's always going to be.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Especially, I'm not against I'm not anti-U.S. people, but I believe the U.S. at some point needs to keep its nose out of some things where it don't belong.
Yeah, yeah, maybe you're right there. I don't know. You know. Yeah, I mean, there was something. Oh no, I'm not going to go. That's too political. That, and I don't like going down that road.
Yeah, I'm not going into specifics, but there's
Yeah,
one of the U.S. allies. I think we should be allied with them, but we need to stop protecting them because they cause more stink than they help. And
yeah, yeah. We should all just learn to love one another, really.
yeah, but then again, at the same point, you have like when the everybody started breaking off from Russia because of the communist party out there. So they were breaking off because they were being, all their rights as a human were being, so I understand that, and they needed help and whatnot. I understand, but some of this stuff that's out there is just nuts. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like us sort of. I will absolutely talk to anybody, because that's what I'm. Maybe a talent. I don't know, but I can talk to anybody. I might talk a load of old rubbish at times and sound like I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I still talk to somebody. And to talk to you, you seem the same sort of guy as well. You will talk to anybody, you know.
I I will talk about now. So a lot of people say that you should stay away from politics and religion. I will talk about any of it as long as the other person wants to talk about it in a civil manner.
Oh, cool, yeah.
Once they start yelling and screaming, it's like, yeah, I don't even want to talk to you no more.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, I'll you know.
And the reason I can do that is because I understand other people's views on things. Like, okay, here's the thing. My best friend on YouTube is in here, Missy. All right. Everybody knows her and I are buddy. Okay. I am a really far right-wing Republican. All right. I am as conservative as you can get. I am a meat eater. I am a smoker. Okay. Missy is way far left liberal, and she is a vegan, and she's dead set against smoking. But her and I are great friends. And because both of us are, yeah, well, you believe what you want to believe, and I'll believe what I want to believe, and we like each other, so why let all that stuff? I pick on her for being a vegan because I just think that's weird, but
That's her choice, though, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
That's her choice. She has a freedom of choice.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
she's all for saving the animals, and I'm for all eating the animals, and
Yeah.
so as long as two people can converse, I don't think any subject is off the table as long as the people conversing about it can do it in a a decent, orderly fashion without getting all
bent up about it.
bent up or butt hurt because somebody said something that they didn't agree with. And
yeah, and that's the problem sometimes, see, because you never know who's in the chat just watching.
Right.
You know, you could have like 10 people in the chat, 20 people in the chat, and only like 3 or 4 of them, or maybe 5 or 6 that are actually communicating on the chat. And you just don't know who's watching, so it's best sometimes not to even talk about certain subjects.
Well, it's true, and you never know. Yesterday morning when I did my coffee chat, JJ come in. I knew he was there simply because it told me on here that he had shared out my stream. So
Oh, really?
I knew he was in there, and he was in there for the whole 2 hours or whatever it was I was there, because he told me afterwards he was. But he never said a word.
Yeah.
I knew he was there because he shared it, but other than that, he never said a word. So you just never know who was tuned in.
No.
Just listening. So
and I have to do that.
And I can understand why people don't want to get into those discussions on YouTube, because it could cost them subscribers and view time and stuff like that. And I totally agree to that. But as far as in real life, I'll talk to anybody about anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like we're spring chickens, is it? You know, we're, I'm nearly 50. You're nearly 55.
I'm only 47, Bubba.
Look, that's the way I like to see this, right? I'm 49, soon to be 50 next year. It's only a number, isn't it?
Yep.
It's only a number.
Yep. Missy wants to be a bird. Please don't eat her. Then
if she's a chicken,
then you better be a non-game bird. You better
maybe a goose.
No, because you'll get eaten if she's a goose.
Oh, we don't eat goose over here.
No?
No.
I thought like the tradition of eating a Christmas goose came from the.
No, I'm talking about like your grey lag and your Canadian goose.
Oh.
We don't touch them. Bloody hell. There must be about 100 over the park right now.
Canadian geese, yeah, we shoot them.
They are a bit of I suppose in a way they are a bit of a vermin, really.
Well,
to a
there's
degree,
so many of them here. You know, they fly down, they fly across. I mean, in the fall, every day you're seeing 3 or 4 flock of geese going over the top. I mean,
Yeah,
they're plentiful here. So
yeah.
I've never shot one, but I don't really bird hunt. So
I was actually fishing once during the night time, and I've obviously done many nighttime fishing sessions before. And I come across something one night that I will never forget. Um, you know them big sort of jumbo plastic bags you might well use if you was taking a lot of washing to the laundrette.
yeah,
They're quite a big square bag, like like tartan striped coloured ones. Anyway, this must have been about 2 a.m. in the morning, in the dead of night. A Chinese guy comes walking past where I'm fishing, right, and I swear down that his bag was full up with ducks. And I
wow.
reckon he'd been going, yeah, I reckon he'd been going around catching the ducks to obviously sell as Chinese food. It was just so off the wall. Like I've never ever seen it before. To see a Chinese guy with a bag that I can only. I'm not silly. I know what was in the bag. What the hell? What
Yeah,
the hell? Or what the hell was he in the dead of night doing?
trying to save himself some money, I guess.
Yeah, you know. Because there's all sorts of speculations they use dog and cat and everything around here. So
But that's a speculation because I can tell you, Chinese people do not eat dogs and cats. That is things like Vietnam will eat them and stuff like that. But Chinese people do not eat dog and cat.
no, they actually breed them, don't they, to eat?
Yeah, yeah. To them, they're pets. Now, when you go to Vietnam, they have animals as pets, but if they're hungry, they're going to eat it, which I
Yeah.
can kind of understand. You know, when you're such a poor country, you eat what you can eat. But and that's been around forever. That Chinese, well, there's cat meat. No, there's never any cat. Now you might end up getting some lower meat, like they might fly in some kangaroo meat or something like that. But they're not gonna. There's not gonna be dog and cat in your Chinese food, people, because the Chinese custom is not to eat dog and cat. That if you want a Vietnam restaurant, there might possibly be a chance, but if you're at a Vietnam restaurant here in the U.S., probably not. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm all for eating, that's why we've got teeth in our mouth. Well, some of us.
yeah, mine are in the bathroom.
Yeah, some of us and that.
Mine are in the bathroom.
Yeah, but when you start going after either mammals or whatever, and they're like on the brink of extinction, then just stay the hell away from them.
Yeah. Yep.
What's
the difference between eating a dog compared to a cow? A cow's not a pet; it's livestock.
This has got to be a joke.
That's what they're made for, is to eat and milk and stuff like that.
I think there's a joke here somewhere.
No, it was Missy.
Oh, right, okay.
It was Missy that asked it because she's a vegan, so she doesn't want to eat any animal.
No, that's her choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
The girlfriend of my son right now. She's exactly the same vegan right now.
Yeah. All right, Missy's asking, but if you can eat a cow, why do people freak out over dogs? Because dogs are pets. Everybody in the world, or almost every place in the world, consider dog as pets, and you just don't eat your pet. It's like eating your kid. So.
Yeah, but if I had a couple of acres of land, I might want a cow for a pet. And some people do have cows for a pet.
Some people do have cows as pets, and those people are within their right to do so.
Yeah.
But if I've got a cow out here that I'm raising up, and come fall, I'm gonna have it slaughtered into steak and hamburgers. That's also my, right to do
Yeah,
so.
of course. Let and let live, I say. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they weren't made, Missy, but they were domesticated into livestock. So exactly, Missy, and to each their own. So I want a pet out here. I want a llama.
Why not?
Well, maybe an alpaca because they're both the same thing, but llamas like to spit and alpacas don't spit as much. So maybe an alpaca. I think it'd be a cool pet. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I know once the 3 dogs we've got now um, sort of come to their end, we won't be getting no more
no, yeah,
until we're really, 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 really old, and then we might get one, like, But right now they do become such a tie. You can't really do a great deal in life, and the heartstrings they pull when they do pass.
yep, yeah. My dog, I had her for 10 years. She passed. What was it last? Right around Christmas time, and yeah, it was rough.
It hurts.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
in
everyone can
India,
do that.
I would have a hard time in India with all that beef running around the streets.
Yeah, because they're actually they worship the
Yep,
animals there, don't they? The cow.
yep.
The Hindus do. The Hindu, that's right. Yeah, but they always look a little bit skinny to me.
Well, that's because they just run around free. Nobody's. If you see a cow in the street, some people will go up and they'll feed the cow and stuff like that. But for the most part, they have to fend for themselves. And when they're in the cities and stuff, really, what is there for them to eat? So they're gonna stay skinny. And
Yeah, it looks like they could do with a Big Mac or something, or some fries.
yeah, but if they took them out into take the cows out of the city, put them out into a pasture somewhere, and feed them, they'd all lead healthier, happier lives because they'd be full and they wouldn't be hungry all the time, and you wouldn't be stopping traffic.
Yeah,
A cow laying down. I heard it's illegal for you to beep your horn at a cow. I heard. Not.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, it's terrible. But they always look so like malnourished or whatever. They need some. They need some food.
Yeah. Yeah. So any of you Hindu out there, feed your cows.
Yeah. I mean, you know what gets on our nerves over here, right, on our TVs? Right, we have these poorly mistreated donkeys, that have been worked all their life and carried bricks around and cement and concrete and they've got swords and all that, yeah. I just think that's terrible, especially when it's dinner time. They always put on these, oh, if you pay £3 a month, you will save this donkey. Don't bloody treat it bad in the first place.
Right. Yeah. Well, not all food animals are not domesticated, and there are all those dogs running wild in the streets in certain parts of the world. So eat them. That's a. I'm gonna pay help because I'm surprised my phone ain't going off yet from her texting me. Nope, not yet.
But they do eat some crazy, crazy foods, don't they? In the Far Eastern countries, don't they? Like they eat say like locusts and things like that, and all strange, weird things.
Yeah, things that I would try because I'll try anything once, but
Oh,
I'm not into eating grasshoppers but I'd try it.
be careful because there might be a challenge coming up. You know.
Well,
See,
actually, if you take a grasshopper and you grab it by the head and you pull straight out, you actually clean it totally out. There's nothing left inside of it, and it's just the shell and whatever, and they eat it, and it's like, no.
no, I'm not doing it. No.
But if I was over there and knew how, it was cooked and it was prepared properly so that that it's safe, I would try it just for the sake of trying it.
Yeah, but over here in the UK, we only have grasshoppers that are probably only about an inch long. You know, over there in the US, they're about bleeding 5 inches long. They're like,
Yeah,
massive, great things.
we get the regular grasshoppers that are about an inch and a half, 2 inches long, and then you got the locusts that are huge, which I don't have up around here. Those are down
Yeah.
more southern.
I mean, if we started having things like that over here, well, you know, I mean, my Dusty, she sees a little money spider that's like microscopic, and she has a fit, you know. We get a house spider that's sort of like, I don't know, his legs are bigger than his body, like, well, everyone's down the street knows we got a spider.
Yeah, I don't know what happened this year. We got a lot of daddy long legs. I don't know if you know what those are.
Yeah, yeah.
We have a ton of them. They're all over the place in our house in here. I don't know if we got a nest of them that got in here or what, but they're all
Well,
over the place.
apparently they are, I believe, I'm not 100% on this, but I believe they're one of the most poisonous spiders,
No,
right?
that's a myth. That's a myth.
Wait. No, but their teeth are not long enough to penetrate your skin.
But they actually can bite you, and they are not poisonous at all.
Oh, well, I'm not going to stick around to find out.
That myth has been around forever. But I watched, was it MythBusters? They put a whole bunch of them in, and the guy put his arm in there, and he didn't really get bit. So they went somewhere and they had the venom drawn out of them and injected into him, and it's totally non-poisonous to humans. It's one of those myths that's been around forever.
Yeah.
So we are starting to get things up into Maine, which they say is due to global warming. I don't know if it is or not, but because one of my things is I like Maine because there's nothing that's gonna, no little critter that's gonna kill you. But hey, JJ, but from what I understand, people are finding brown recluse spiders in Maine now. Black widow spiders, which a black widow won't kill you. It'll make you sick, but it won't kill you. And we're getting possum up here now too. Good morning, Moser boy.
Hello. Yeah, I think we've got like a spider that might be called the fake black widow that looks very similar, but it looks scary.
Yep. Well,
Like a huge black body.
we got some scary looking spiders up here. We got what we call a barn spider. The body can be that big around on it, and that is one creepy little spider, but it ain't gonna hurt you. And then we got this other spider that I don't know what it is, but you'll see it out in like I'll find quite a few of them when I go out in a few weeks to pick blackberries, and they're they're black, but they got like these yellow stripes all over them, and they are mean looking spiders. But you can pick them up; they run around on your hand, and they ain't gonna hurt you. But they are creepy looking little buggers. So.
Yeah. It's strange, isn't it? Like a small little creature like that's got long skinny legs or short skinny legs can have so much effect on the human.
Yeah, and it's just the psyche of spider poisonous. snake poisonous, you know, and whether it is or not, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't mind snakes. I'll actually pick one up once in a while, but I have to make sure that I pick it up the right way. I'll step on its head, you know, not hard enough to hurt it, but to pin it and then reach down and grab it behind its neck and pick it up and look at it or whatnot. But that don't happen very often. Usually when I see a fairly decent garden snake that's bigger than normal, I'll pick it up and look at it. And I had at one time I had a 7-foot red-tailed boa here, and I would hold him, but I always held him with his head away from me. You know, I'd let him wrap around my neck or whatever, but I always held his head out here somewhere so that he.
Mm.
But yeah. But and then you got people that own tarantulas. No, thank you. That's just too creepy looking for me.
Yeah, like the bird-eating tarantula.
All right. Well, thank you, Moja Boy. I appreciate that. Ready? We got to clap.
Hey!
Congratulations, JJ.
Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.
Yep, mine updated this morning too. It gave me an extra hour. It gave me an extra hour, so I actually don't think it even updated that stream from last night for you. I don't think that's on there.
No, it's definitely behind. I mean, 4138 is still a lot, but yeah, I think if you only got an hour too, it didn't update yesterday's.
Yep. So tomorrow you'll probably be up there with an extra at least 70 hours, if not more.
Yeah.
So that's
Thank
good.
you. Thank you, Bubbles. Thank you, Missy.
You hit that.
Yeah, we missed a mic up here now for the fourth one, huh?
Yep. Mike and Ralph. I'm surprised he ain't popped in yet. No, it's early for Ralph. He's probably still in bed because it's only 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon there. So.
Yeah, he's on USA time.
Missy. Oh, Missy. I'm not even going to read that. You can leave it in the chat, but I'm not even. No. Oh, Snobby went cockeyed. Snobby went bye-bye. What happened to Snobby? No, you didn't have to reject it. It was funny.
I saw what she wrote. Yeah, he went sideways and then went bye-bye.
Yeah, he probably hit something on his phone. But
I'm not Lothar. It's all right. You don't want me to do this? I won't do it no more.
But yeah, another nice cool day here in Maine.
It's actually cool here too, but it's a warmer breeze right now, so it's going to get hotter later, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's supposed to get to 83 here today. It's only 67 right now. But whatever, it's nice out, so we'll have to put the thing back up there so when he decides to jump back on.
Yeah, Dusty Blonde said he'll be back.
Yeah.
Spider got him.
I'm not gonna show it on screen, Missy. Go ahead, retype it. Oh, actually, I can do that right here. Uh-huh. But yeah, I thought I'd get up. I got up early this morning and decided I'd go on again. Why not?
I seen when you posted on my video. I figured you were going to be going on then.
Yep. Yeah, I thought about going out and doing something, but love you too, Missy.
What's up, Hard Life?
What's going on? You see, I don't think all that noise in the background before was me, because I'm in the same exact spot and everything that I was before.
I don't know. Once you went away, it stopped again. So I don't know.
Oh,
I guess we'll see if it starts happening now.
yeah, right? When is the day gonna end?
Oh,
As much as I hate that I'm leaving this job because I used to love it so much, except for the last year, I can't wait to be home.
yep. Yeah, especially if you're gonna have a lot more time with the kids and the wife and.
Well, the kids, not the wife. Nah, I'm only kidding.
Yeah, when I met Tish, I started backing off from work a little bit so I could spend some more time with her, and it was nice to back off. But then once I had my heart attack, I really backed off. So
Congratulations, brother Jay.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. All right, so what do I have to do here? Oh, hi everybody in the chat room.
well, Missy wants to know where you are.
I'm in Ramapo, New York right now.
Wherever that is.
Airmont.
Mm.
It's in the border. It's kind of in the border of New Jersey and New York. But this is is all suburban area in New York. It's not the like actual inner city New York.
870 Polo says hi hard life. Bubblevis says hi hard life.
What's going on, everybody?
And coffee's kicking in. I'll be right back.
Should I just slack off for the rest of the day or finish up?
The last day, right?
Yep. Well, yesterday I finished my job at 8:30, so I was basically just sitting in my truck watching movies. But I might as well I can't just slack off. It's just in me to. If I'm here, I might as well do it.
Yeah, you're already there, so.
All right, give me a few minutes. I gotta switch up to my hard hat.
Yeah, it's like me when I was doing construction. I had a small operation. I had a lump removed from under my arm, which ended up being nothing. But and my brother was working for me, and my stepson was working for me, and I had a couple other people, and they're like, Errol, just be the boss. They're like, you own the company. You don't have to be out here doing all this stuff. Just be the boss. Yeah, that lasted for about 2 days.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
It was like, they're like, just sit, watch, make sure we're doing things the right way, which I knew they were. I could have sent them out on a job, and not worry about it. But they're like, just sit, relax. And yeah, that lasted 2 days. And then it was just, I had enough. I went over and grabbed shingles and started running shingles up and down, and I just couldn't just sit there and be the boss.
Yeah, my wife told me the same thing. Oh, you're going to work, don't kill yourself. Because I have a good reputation at work. I get the job done no matter what. And one big problem that I was having was that every time they put me in another crew to help out, they were there like, "Oh, our life's here. He'll do it. Don't worry about it. He'll do it. He likes to get the job done." So they'll take a step back and not do all the work. And my wife was there like, "Well, just take it easy. I mean, you're leaving in a few days. You need to kill yourself." But it's not in me. It's not in me. Just
Yeah, Missy, he said he's in Ramapo, New York.
I miss it.
Yeah, that's probably one of them names. Like up here in Maine, we got a lot of weird names. We got a gun quit, Passamaquoddy, Pass a dumb keg, Mattawam keg. A lot of weird names up here.
That's something. I'm trying to see if I'm in the bucket now. I want to see if the noise is coming. No, no noise. Okay, we're good.
Missy says hi back.
I hope it was with a smile.
It was with exclamation points. So
Let's go back up in the air. This is what I'm gonna miss the most: being 30, 40 feet up in the air.
yeah, I never minded the heights myself.
No, I love it. And the funny thing is, my wife makes fun of me because I will not get in the roller coaster. She tells me, you go 40 feet up in the air every day at work, in the middle of traffic. You'll get on a plane with no problem, but you won't go on a roller coaster. I was like, yeah. On the bucket, I control the control. When I was a kid, we used to have this fair that would come every summer to where I live, and I used to have like a part-time job with them when they would break down all the rides and everything at the end. They would hire the local kids, so I would always go and get rehired every summer. And I saw how these guys binge all night, getting coked up and drinking to operate the rides the next morning. There's no way that I will get on a roller coaster when somebody else has my life in their hands.
Yep. It's like me. I used to climb in roofs and stuff like that. So roller coasters and all that stuff doesn't bother me. But I always had a hard time with the Ferris wheel. And I think that's because that goes high and it's so slow, and you can see these little teeny tiny pins and cotter pins and small bolts that hold your ass up there. So I never liked the Ferris wheel. Ah.
Alrighty. What do we got here?
But yeah, those traveling fairs, I don't really go to them much no more. I'm too old to throw myself on a zipper or something like that. So
Yeah, I just never trusted them. I mean, there's another thing we got to worry about when we're up here. On the phone equipment, they have the splice boots. They're splicing all their wires,
yep,
and a lot of times it's a beehive. It's either a beehive or a wasp's nest inside.
yeah, that's not cool. I remember we was doing a roof one time, me and my stepbrother, and it was a 12-12 pitch roof, which means it was a 45-degree angle, and we were putting metal on it, so we had it all up and we had it all strapped. And I was doing something over the edge of it, and up underneath the eave there was a hornet's nest. Well, those hornets came out, and my brother took off running across those straps and climbed down, and I walked nice and calmly. And I got stung 3 or 4 times. I got down there and I asked him, I said, "What the hell were you doing?" "Well, I didn't want to get stung." And I'm like, "So you'd rather risk falling 20 feet to the ground than you would getting stung a couple times by a bee?" I took the sting because,
I probably would have done the same. Just reaction.
yep. And probably because I'm so calm, I've fallen off one roof in my life, and that's when I was a kid cleaning off my snow off my grandparents' roof, and I fell off the roof and into the snowbank on the bottom. But they had a 1-story house that only had 6-foot ceilings inside of it, so it ain't like I fell a long ways.
I've never fallen. I've fallen off a tree trying to impress when I was a kid in Puerto Rico, trying to impress some female there, climbing up the tree, and I fell down first. I fell ass first into a stump on the ground. And then it was funny because when I took a shower, I had one buck cheek black and blue, and the other one was regular colors.
No, I can remember playing as a kid. There was a tree up, and it had a limb coming out, and I was playing on that limb. It wasn't very high, but I remember falling and getting 6 stitches in the back of my head because I landed on the rock wall.
Things we do to impress women.
I was just playing. I was outside by myself, and luckily I was at my great aunt's house, and she in the doctors. And... Good morning, Mama Dawn. How are you doing today? Mama Dawn's in the house.
So I'll show you basically. Oh man!
Oh, you getting gray in your beard, Hard Life?
Say that again?
Did you getting a little gray in your beard?
Oh, I've always been.
Welcome back, Snobby.
Oh, that was that.
See, it's not me. The noise came back when Snobby got on.
I don't hear the noise.
I hear it on my end.
Oh, do you? I don't hear anything.
This is what I'm doing. This is everything I'm covering today. Everything you see in red,
Yeah.
is what I have to go. I have to go over.
Now you're just doing the inspection, you said, so you just got to basically look at it.
Well, I gotta look at it and fix it.
Ah.
So it's basically. All right. Let me stop slacking. I'll have you guys on I'll be on the chat room, but I'll be working at the same time. I have my phone on the bucket, so.
Alrighty, Hard Life.
I'll check in and out.
See you in a bit.
All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit.
Oh, that was just an absolute nightmare. That was. My son rang me, and it's obviously I put it on mute. I took the call. When I was speaking to him, I thought, oh, let's just go back and I'll be straight back. No, it weren't like that. I've had to turn my phone completely off, reset it, then come back in that way. Now I can hear something.
Oh, now you hear it.
I don't hear nothing. Yeah.
Now I don't hear it.
A vibrating, buzzing noise for a second, and that was about it.
Yeah. And it's my son showing me some pictures. They've got massive traps for me.
Ah. So.
Which is handy.
Yeah, I got to go down. I got to make a dump run tomorrow. Take our trash down, pick up whatever they might have for me.
Yeah, so all excited there, JJ?
Yeah, I am.
Good, good. You might smile a bit more now.
Yeah. And in about 3 months, you'll get that 3 or 4 months. It'll add up, so you get that $100 check.
Yeah.
I heard the first check usually takes a couple months for it to get up to $100. So unless everybody does a big, once you get monetized, everybody does a big, which I've seen happen. Everybody gets a lot of super chats their first live stream when they become monetized. So
Yeah, JJ, you haven't got any WD-40 at your place, have you?
Yeah, we have WD-40.
Yeah, we'll put it on that bloody chair, will you?
I'll do that later for you. Yes.
Oh dear.
I usually like to use PB Blaster better than WD-40. But it's all the same. I think I have both kicking around here. But my chair don't squeak too bad. Ugh.
He's doing it on purpose now, look.
I I think I can. I can put any link in the description I want for doing things, but like if I was to say something in the chat, it would also have to say in there that this is an advertisement or something like that. Like if I'm going to show a product that I'm getting paid for, I think in the description I have to disclose that I'm getting paid for showing that product. But I think I can put any link I want in the chat as long as it's not to a a pornography site or something like that.
So obviously I'm sort of still relatively new to this eBay, and I'm not fully understanding quite what the 4,000 hours enables you to achieve through YouTube, if you know what I mean. Does it mean you get the super chat thing, and
Yes.
you can put adverts on your videos and
Yep.
and so on and so on, right?
Yep, that's exactly what it means. You get once you hit 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours, and you get the super chat, and you get the ads and all that stuff.
Right,
Good morning,
okay.
Mrs. Robinson Hopkins. Do 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 do, Mrs. Robinson.
Is that Suzanne Robinson?
No, it's Mrs. Hopkins, but because her name is Mrs. Hopkins, every time she pops up, just the song Mrs. Robinson kicks into my head.
Oh, right, okay. Hello, Mrs. Robinson.
No, Mrs. Hopkins.
Hello. Hello, Mrs. Hopkins.
Plotting our route to California today, says Missy. You were supposed to come to Maine first, Missy. Jeez. Now I don't feel special. But Mrs. Hopkins is also known as Martha, which is what most of us call her.
Right, okay. I mean, is it only me, right, that sort of gets a little bit tired of having to, when you join into a chat saying, hello, 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 to about 20 different names?
Yeah, well, after a while they stop popping in. Just a straggler will come in here and there, and then I say hi.
Yeah. And then I go on another chat an hour later, and it's all the same people, and I've got to go, hello, hello, hello. And I only just spoke to them an hour ago. And if you don't do it, you're going to come across a little bit rude, maybe. But, you know, I might just start putting a little thumbs up, you know.
Yep. Well, at least everyone that don't come in, we don't go, thumbs up, high five. His line's got to get sore at the end of the night. Yeah.
I think I'll just try and get onto the chat straight away, onto the live chat, you know, like straight up on the panel, and then just say hello to everybody there and say I haven't got no chat to read, so hi everybody. Because writing out everybody's name with my big fat fingers on the tiny little keypad.
Just say hello, chat.
I mean, I've got fingers like sausages. You know what I mean? And they've got like tiny little. And I've pressed so many wrong letters and have to go back, get rid of that one, then go back to it again. And I just does me nothing.
Hello, Spacious Ninja Socks. How are you this morning?
Yeah, you got big hands. When you were putting on those gloves to take apart that one piece, I was like, man, look at him struggling to get them gloves on.
And you know, they're a double XL, they are. They reckon, right, a man's hands from there to there, from that middle finger to there is 9 inches. Right? Mine's well over 9 inches. It's about 9.5.
Wow.
Yeah, that little half helps.
I
Especially when you
have girly hands.
yeah, these are
Dusty says it takes you ages to text.
oh, it's terrible, I tell you. I mean, like, by the time I see someone's name that said hello to me, right, when I've actually finally finished it, they're off my chat, they're gone. So by the time they see it, they think, did he ever say hello to me? You know, I'm not the fastest, trust me. Plus, I'm getting old.
We actually got 3 of us that kind of look all alike up here right now. We all take our hats off. Snobby had his hat off earlier today. Oh, JJ got a little bit more in the back than the rest of us, though.
Yeah.
I've had mine cut today. Oh, no, he's got more on top, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does.
No, mine's gone. And I've had a little tidy up this morning.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take and trim mine. I get wings. I get, a maxi pad head. I get these wings sticking out.
You have to meet you.
The coppers are coming to get him.
I'm learning to do that now so that you don't hear all the crime rate round here.
Is that a Bobby knocking on your door?
Yeah.
It's funny. You guys call them Bobbies, right?
Yeah, Bobby's, yeah. The old Bill.
Now, is there a reason why they're called Bobbies?
Bobby's on the beat.
Oh.
I know
over here they're called cops, which is shortened up from coppers, which came because originally the police, their badges were made of copper, so they called them coppers.
Ah.
And that is shortened up to cops now. But
there's many names over here they get called.
Yeah.
I mean, years ago there used to be some sort of you had to be of a certain size. You know, you had to be so tall. You know, and you weren't allowed to have tattoos and things like that. And nowadays they just take anybody on.
It's weird how StreamYard upgraded itself for the trial and the settings have changed. I couldn't flip the cam around till later last night. Whatever that means. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm just sitting here, decided to have a coffee chat. And Snobby
And they,
came.
they reckon women can chat. Me and you have been on in that for 2 hours and 14 minutes.
Yeah. You came on right after I.
Pretty much.
This morning. After Robert Peel, who created the police way back, is short bobbies. Oh, that makes sense. Short bobbies. Oh yeah, Dusty told us why they're called bobbies.
Oh, she would.
Google's a great thing. So why do I all of a sudden have, is my beard going backwards and I all of a sudden starting to get dark hairs here and there? Maybe I'm like that Benjamin Button. Maybe I'm going to start reversing an age now.
Hey, Joy.
Oh, good morning, Joy.
Is that Joy Stewart?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Joy. She does lives as well, doesn't she?
Yep. Help me route my visit to see my YouTube friends from New York to California. Well, you got to go up to via Maine, and then you'll have to go down into New Hampshire and see Jimmy C, and then over to New York and see JJ, and then you gotta go to Michigan and see E-Waste, and then you'll have to go down to Texas and go see Nikki, and then across to Arizona to see Mrs. Hopkins, and then into California.
Yeah, that sounds like a good route.
Would that be via Alabama?
Nope. Actually, that route should be going around Alabama.
Oh, then always go and see Mess Hall.
Well, she can see Mess Hall. Well, I suppose since she could go down and then go across the southern states, and then when she come back this way, she could come across and see E-Waste Mike and go across the top of the country.
Don't bother with E-Waste Mike. Wouldn't even bother.
He'd probably just kick you out anyways. Hi, now leave.
Yeah, just put $30 in his letterbox and sod off.
Yeah, he'd probably charge you $100 for knocking on his door.
He's probably in the chat watching, you know.
Oh, he probably is. No, he's not. Today he's doing the he's tearing apart the tearing the boilers down and stuff today. So he's definitely not in here today.
I know he wasn't feeling well last night either.
Yep. Yeah, no. Good morning, Whispering Cauldron, Carol.
Hello, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
I almost put my own name up here this morning, but I didn't want to confuse people. Who was that? I thought Maine-iac was going to be on. So I was thinking of checking out that cream that MBA was talking about on his video, that tattoo revitalizing cream, to see what it would do for these 30-year-old tattoos.
I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta look at it. Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Joy. Appreciate that. It's an unusual name, and I'm really surprised when people remember it. Maine-iac Errol Burt, yeah. So, okay.
I know my son finishes work at 4:30. It's 4:15 now, and he said he'd be bypassing this way on his way home. So probably about 20 to 5 which is about another 15, 20, about 25 minutes. He may pull up.
Yep.
And I might just have to have a chat with him. So I might have to just jump out and if
Oh,
he's
that's
still back.
fine. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to run anyways. JJ might be itching to get on so he can.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little while. I got a little bit of running around to do, and then I'll come on later.
Do his thing. And, I don't know. I might stay on another 40 minutes, but if people start dropping out of the chat and it, gets down to 5 or 6 watching, then I'll probably head it out. But we got 13 wonderful people in here right now, so we'll keep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, isn't it?
Oh, I said that and it dropped to 12, but
that was Ewa's Mike.
Yeah. Well, no, he ain't in here because I don't have a thumbs down. Yeah, that's part of me. Is I got this tattoo right here, which has been redone a couple years after I got it because it used to be a rose with a snake. I can't get my arm around. Used to be a rose with a snake coming up out of it, and then I decided I didn't like the snake, so it went to a blue rose to cover it up. And I got this when I was 17 years old, and I was told to, keep it covered up and all of this. And the first thing I did is I got the tattoo. That same afternoon, I jumped on the motorcycle in a t-shirt and headed for New Hampshire, right out in the bright sunshine. So mine are all faded from the sun. So except the ones on my legs. The ones on my legs, because I basically have only been wearing shorts in the summertime now since I stopped doing carpentry work and having to be outside all the time and up on a roof. You don't wear shorts on a roof because it hurts. And so all the ones on my legs are still fairly bright.
Joy said she had a rose. Now it's a lily. Gravity.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now you got 16.
Oh, do I? Well, see, you brought them in, JJ. You brought them in. You popped up on screen. They all started following you, which I appreciate immensely. Thank you, folks. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I can't even see it. Be upside down.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's a rose with a heart, and it was my first wife's name in it. So I went back to the tattoo guy after we got divorced, and I'm like, just make it black. He's like, no, I'll just put a snake in it. Okay, that'll work too.
Yeah, I got. This will show you the good faded one, but I got this one here, and it's an eagle carrying a snake, and there's a ribbon in there. Well, I had my first wife's name put in the ribbon, but I had it put in blue. And then, Spacious Ninja Socks can come up if she wants. Just hit the link and she can come up. And I put my first wife's name in it in blue. And since then, I had the ribbon colored blue, so it weren't like, a black ribbon because that would look dumb. Since then, I've had it recolored 3 times. And even though it's the same damn color her name is, her name keeps coming back through it. And it's a good thing that my first wife, I think the world of that woman. We just got divorced because we got married too young and didn't know that we shouldn't be married. We were really good friends. Probably shouldn't have been husband and wife. So even after we got divorced, it was all amicable, and she's great. She's actually one of my best friends. But so it ain't that bad. If that had been my second wife's name that had come through, I'd probably have, I'd probably take a grinder to my arm or something. But, but it's just weird how So I don't know if I got to do it in maybe a red ribbon or something that's a little bit darker color, or what. But and I got one over here that was a cover up, which I can't get to it. I had a girlfriend's name up here, who I thought I was going to marry. We were together for 5 years, so, and then once we broke up, I had her name covered up with a panther. So.
I haven't got any.
No, you're not part of the tattoo club.
Sorry.
It's funny how things have changed. Back when I was 16 when I got my motorcycle license. I got it actually 3 months before I got my car license. And back then, I was 16. At 17, I started getting tattoos, and I was, I wasn't a bad person, but I was considered, that outsider, the guy that's tatted up and has a motorcycle and all that stuff. And nowadays, everybody has tattoos. Everybody rides motorcycles, and it's the norm now. You're almost an outcast if you don't have a tattoo. It's strange. Well, here in America, anyways. I don't know about anywhere else, but
yeah, I haven't got any. But Dusty, she's got quite a few. 9. She's got 9 tattoos, Dusty.
9.
Yeah. Oh, and she's telling me she's got a one that's called a tramp stamp or something.
Oh, on the back, on the lower back.
Yep.
Yes.
I have a tramp stamp too. It says "Do not enter."
Oh, right, okay.
It's an exit. It's an exit, not an entrance.
Yeah. I knew a girl once. She wasn't a girlfriend of mine. It was a girlfriend of somebody else. She had those tramp stamp on her lower back that had 2 handprints, and it said "Place hands here." It's like, okay, man.
Yeah, I mean, I must say I haven't seen these tattoos for a long while now, but
Hello, Monica. She walked in a good conversation.
Hello, Monica.
But yeah, I put the link up, McNinja Sock. So if you want to come on up, go ahead. I'll put it up again. It's fine. I allow anybody up here. I mean, come on. I let Lothar come up. Lothar.
Oh,
he's not in here.
Oh,
I was just saying.
But you might be watching.
I was just saying. I let anybody come up, obviously, because I let Lothar come up. So.
Yeah, you can have that.
He's a pretty good guy. He's a little odd sometimes.
He's harmless.
Yeah.
He's harmless, so better than E-Waste Mike.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. You're gonna have to put $100 in his account now.
He's getting nothing.
Nothing. Monica says, "Stop scaring Snobby with that name."
Listen, I'll tell you what, right? Most of the people that I've come across on these live chats have been absolutely fantastic. They've almost like taken me on as a brother or anything like that, and it's very difficult because I even have problems over here with my own sort of kind over here with my humour, because it's not like, it's a, I don't know.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah,
for the most part, good people. You have some bad people here and there, but you're going to have that anywhere.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Dusty?
I mean, me and Mike, really, I feel that we hit it off quite well straight away. Whether it was like the scrap connection or what, I don't really know. But you know, he bounces off my humour, I bounce off of his. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Dusty,
Great guy.
I agree with you 100%, Dusty. I am a man, but tattoos hurt like hell, and anybody that says that they don't is something wrong with them.
Well, there's partly something wrong with me then, because yes, they do hurt, but for some reason, I like it.
It's an addictive pain. It is, but they hurt. And I tell you what, that one I got right here, this one here, was the most painful thing I have ever. I don't know how women get them there all the time. Oh my God, that was so painful.
Mine was the elbow.
Yeah, that would kind of suck.
My son's got one like that, JJ. It's a star, and it's quite a thick banded star, about a quarter of an inch thick, all the way around his elbow. And he said that hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, it was so much pain that it was supposed to be shaded in and everything. I was like, nah, you can leave it alone. He gave me a stress ball to squeeze as he was doing. I popped the stress ball. It was really a lot of pain. That's the worst. I have one on my neck that didn't hurt that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the time? I don't know whether he will, but he might just put his face on and show his tattoos. He's almost, he'd like to get a whole full sleeve on his arm. I know he's got probably about, I don't know, a good over halfway. But yeah.
Yeah, I like the way sleeves look.
They all hurt.
Like his mum.
And the best thing I can tell people is that don't have tattoos, what it feels like to me is like a bee constantly stinging you. Is about what it feels like to me.
Yeah, I won't have anything.
And then people wonder, why do you have so many tattoos? Because I'm scared of needles. But, I try to tell them, well, the tattoo needle only goes in, what is it? 1 or 2 millimeters, something like that. It ain't like you're sticking a piece of iron this long down.
Yeah.
But they do hurt, but you're right. It is kind of an addictive pain. Because even after I got this one, which killed me. I mean, I'm a grown man and I was about crying when that one was being done. And even after that, since then I've gone and got 1, 2, 3 more. So
my very first one, I got, and I was almost passing out because I was watching him do it. So the guy's wife come over and try to push me down. Put your head between your legs. I'm like, and I weighed 360 pounds back then. I'm like, I'm as far down as I can go. I can't go down no more.
You were a big boy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I have a picture somewhere.
All right, boy, we'll be here for about another half an hour. So I think people, that's about all they're going to be handle is about 3 hours of my face on my live stream. Of course, they'll probably have to put up with it on JJ's later. But
I doubt that very much.
Oh wow, you were a big boy.
Yeah, I was like 20 years old there, but yeah.
Wow. So how long did it take you to take that off?
I've been doing it. Hey, hon, how long have I been losing this weight now?
About 10 years.
Yeah, I do it slow. I don't take any pills, and it's about 10 years that I've been doing it. Slow and steady. That way, it doesn't come off where I look unhealthy.
Yeah, but it took you about 4 years to lose the weight.
Yeah, it's about 4 years to actually where you could see all the big weight was gone.
Wow. Well, congratulations to you. I mean, that's you should be in a Subway commercial.
Yeah, well, we know how that came out for him, so no, I'll be all right.
Yeah. Me, I have the problem of being able to keep weight on, which people are always making fun of me, but it is actually a problem. I can easily drop down to about 160 pounds, and it being close to 6 foot, it's unhealthy, and I don't feel good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel healthy until I'm up somewhere right around 190 pounds. So right now I'm at 185. I feel pretty good, but I've been up as high as 205. But you can't really tell. The only place you can see it in is my face, because my face will fill out a little bit when I get up to around 200. But and my weight comes off so fast that I have to watch how much I eat and make sure I eat enough to maintain my weight. And if I go a couple days without eating, but not really eating like I should be, I can lose 5 pounds in 2 days. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think the camera makes me look bigger than I actually am. You know, I mean, when you stand on the side, I've sort of like got a bit of a belly, but some people say that I'm actually pregnant because I've just got it on. I've just got it on my belly, nowhere else.
With age. That comes with age.
Yeah, mate.
My belly's gone up a little bit.
I can't remember the last time I actually weighed, but I think I was about 112 kilos. So you can completely double that. So that's 220 pounds. I'll probably go about 230, something like that, I reckon. At a guess.
Yeah, that's where I am around now.
How many stone is that?
Oh, it's got to be about 19.
I don't even know how much a stone is or what the hell.
Yeah.
So.
14 pound to a stone.
Is it 14 pounds?
Yeah. And there's 16 ounces to a pound.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm about 230, I think, something like 230 pound, maybe 240. I don't know.
How tall do you think NBA is?
He's a big guy, isn't he?
Yeah, I would say, just guessing, I would say he's probably 6'2".
Yeah, no, not even close.
No?
He's 5'8".
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
He told me he was 5'8". I was like, get out of here. You look like you're like 6'2" on camera.
Yeah, I was thinking he was around 6'2". So
I'm like, wow.
I used to be 6 foot, but since the age kicking in, and then I actually lost almost a full inch when I had my spine operated on, and they took out the discs and put in little rubber ones. I actually lost. It was right around an inch, and then just the age just kicked me down another half an inch. So now I'm right around 5'10" and a half, and I used to be 6 foot even.
Yeah, I was 6 foot. Now I'm 5'10" with my back problems. I had an 11-inch foot when I was 360. Now I'm 9.5. I have no clue how that works.
Yeah, me. Yeah, I don't get that one either. But yeah, no, I would have never thought that he was. Yeah,
I wouldn't believe it if he didn't tell me that.
No.
Yeah.
Even on his videos, he looks like he looks like he'd be around 6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a next cock off of 6 foot.
A what?
A Nat's cock off of 6 foot.
Oh, okay, got it.
A Nat, one of them things that land on you. A Nat's cock off of 6 foot.
We'd call it a skeeter dick around here.
Oh, a skater dick. Oh,
Skeeter dick. Or if there's one word out there I hate, it's this one, but see you next Tuesday hair.
I was just thinking that. That's what we call it, and I didn't want to say it, but yeah, see you next week.
That is one word. I don't know why, and I don't know if it's just because it's so offensive to women, or that's one word. I say it quite often now because I don't know. I think it's from me watching a lot of these British TV shows and stuff. They say it all the time, and because it doesn't mean the same thing as, you know. So I don't know, but yeah, that's what we call it too. That or a skeeter dick.
Mission, you're not 6'3".
5'3", maybe.
Oh, she's like, no, I'm not.
5'3". My wife is 5'3".
How tall are you, Dusty?
How tall is your wife, JJ?
And you guys were talking about how the U.S. is the only one, or one of the only countries out there that uses the imperial weights and measures anymore. Not only go to the doctors, they always weigh us in kilos. They measure us in centimeters.
Yeah, same here. But they convert it straight away for you.
Yeah, they tell us the conversion too, but that's how they write it down in their notes is centimeters and kilos. Monica's 5'2", Dusty's 5 foot, Missy's 5'3", and 870 Polo is 6'3". So, yeah. Now we know how much everybody, how tall they are.
But it don't matter, does it? What size you are? It's about who you are, really, isn't it? You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to be the tallest one in my family. Now I'm about the same size as everybody else, except for my son, because my son's 6'2".
Yeah, my 17-year-old son's taller than me now.
Little women, big personalities. That's right. Ooh, Mrs. Hopkins is 5'6". She's a tall one. Feisty Dicey. Yeah, I must have missed part of a conversation out there somewhere. Oh, I still need to figure out what the heck I'm gonna do with my day today. I got to do something. I can't sit inside all day again today.
Well, my day's nearly over now. 20 to 5.
It's time for supper.
Not long. Not long.
Mm.
It's probably salad because I can't smell no burning.
I like a good salad.
I do too, but I just feel like a rabbit every time I eat one.
Yeah, well, I'm not one much for that being my whole meal. But, I like a good steak, corn on the cob, some potato, and a salad on the side.
Yeah.
I've been known to just, you make up a big salad or something for supper, and there's leftovers. I've been known to go out and just get a bowl of salad and eat it, but. See you later, Bubba Vis. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. You're always welcome. And we still got 13 people in here watching.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Plus Mike.
plus Mike. No, he's pretty busy today, so we probably won't see him till later this afternoon. And if he's not feeling good and he's doing that, we're apt to not see him tonight at all. He's apt to go home and shower up and pass out, which I wouldn't blame him.
No, he's too strong for that.
Yeah, I was talking to him this morning because I told him that I was in review, and he's like, good, now you can take a few days off and relax. I'm like, yeah, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, just like he did, right?
Yeah.
That's what he did. Yeah, when I hit it, I'm going to take a few days and I'm not going to be streaming so much. And then he was on that next day, and then I think he did like an 8-hour stream on his video games. So it was like,
Well, I put into plan like it wouldn't. Now that it went through, I'm not going to do 8-9 hour streams
right.
because that does take a toll after a while.
Yeah, and people talk about how JJ's always up in the corner. He's not saying much, but when you're doing 8-hour streams, really, what the hell do you have to sit there and talk about for 8 hours that you haven't already gone over 92 times? And when you got, I mean, who was that? Ralph is right. We always seem to have the same group of people up on panel, even though we open it up for anybody. And you see these people day after day, and you spend 4 or 5 hours with them. You only got so much you can talk about.
Yeah.
Without getting into politics, religion, gun debates, and stuff like that. Things that are no-no on YouTube. You only got so much that you can talk about. So it is hard, and I have a hard time just filling dead space on a 2-hour live stream. So that's why I get Missy, because she's a chatterbox.
Well, I think that's why sometimes to have many videos in the bank, because, even if they're only 5 minutes long or 10 minutes long, they're a video, they're there forever, and the amount of people that will click on and watch it, and you haven't got to do nothing, so I think it's best to have a load of 5-10 minute videos.
You're right.
But
They do say that to make videos and keep them for later.
Yep.
So then when you really don't know what to do, you just put them up and people are going to enjoy them. So
yeah, I had at one time, I had 9 videos already loaded up to YouTube, just waiting for me to click on them and release them. But that was back before I started doing live streaming. The videos are kind of backed up the live streams, but I've got one right now that's ready to go. I downloaded it last night. Or uploaded it last night. So that one's ready to go. But it's really quick. It's actually me working on my motorcycle, and almost the whole damn thing's in fast forward, and they just got music through the whole thing. A couple times it stops for me to say something, but
yeah, see, I don't go into too much of that editing stuff. I know that probably in time I will do, but at the moment, there are a lot of people that like to see it quite raw. How it is. They don't want to see it all cut or fast forwarded it, and because otherwise that becomes the same as the next blokes. Like fast forwarded and all that. Just want to see 10, 15 minutes, maybe half an hour of you doing what you do. And it's that person's choice if they want to sit there and watch that for 45 minutes. There's a couple that I was watching beforehand, before I really started to get on these live chats. That will do a 45-minute video every day. Right now, for me to sit there and watch a 45-minute video every day, it just ain't going to happen. I cannot just put my time aside for that. I can't. Now, if it was a 20-minute video, I could probably say, well, I could watch that, and perhaps another one of someone else's. If you had all them 45 minutes up throughout the whole day, and you've got loads to watch, come on. You just can't do it. 5-10 minute video, lovely.
yeah.
But that's just my view.
Usually I pick Wednesdays, and Wednesdays I start going through the blue buttons. When you load up YouTube, all the blue buttons on the side, I'll go down through that and start watching videos. And I try to get caught up on Wednesdays, but
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you can actually put out too many videos in one day. You could put too many videos out in 1 week of yourself because, they become not bored of you to a degree, but, when you do put one out there, they go, oh, I'm going to give my time to that guy there and actually watch it from start to finish rather than skipping through it all and not watching none of it.
yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, so I've learned now just I used to put one out every Monday because Monday morning here was very, very quiet on YouTube. You know, obviously when I was putting it out at say 11 o'clock, that's still like 5 a.m. in the US for 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of these guys wouldn't have even been awake when it went on. And then by the time you guys wake up, you've probably got a load to watch already. And, so I'm thinking now probably if I do it later in the afternoon on a Monday, like say,
Ralph?
yeah, after 12 o'clock. Because sometimes it's quiet in the morning. When it's quiet in the morning, you've got like an hour or something while you're having a coffee or whatever you're doing. You might just stick it on. You might not have full 100% of concentration on it, but it's on and you're listening.
Yep. Yeah. When I was doing just videos, I was releasing them on Wednesday and Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think people want to see whatever you really do. Whatever you do don't really matter.
But I found that more people, since I've been doing live streams, I really don't have a whole lot more subscribers now than I did just before I started doing live streams, maybe an extra 50 or 60. But I find that more people now that I go live are watching my videos.
Right.
Yesterday I put up a video. JJ was the first one to watch it, I believe, just a few minutes after I put it up. But I mean, it got like 20 views in the first half an hour. And before I was doing live streams, I was lucky to get 20 views over, 2 weeks.
Right, I'm gonna have to duck out for a bit because my son's just turned up. So I'm gonna put it on mute. Okay.
You're good. Good morning, Eileen. How are you doing today, hon?
Hello, Eileen.
Eileen says, hey, Snobby, if you can still hear us.
Yeah.
You give a thumbs up. He still got us. He's still got us. Yep. Ooh, brass. He's going to show us his haul. Coffe. Oh, don't show that to Ralph. Ralph will get a semi. Oh, that's a nice little odds and ends there. What? Ralph says, what? he did, Eileen. I don't know if you can see the chat or not, but he did.
Oh,
this is kind
yes,
of.
I did, Eileen.
I'm actually going to change the name of it to Morning Coffee and congratulations to JJ. Hi, Ralph. Oh, he can't hear us either. I put him up too quick. He wasn't prepared. He wasn't prepared.
There, I think that should work now.
Yep, we can hear you.
All right, I just got home from shopping, and I put you on actually before I went shopping. And I figured you'd be no longer be running when I got back, but when I came home, I still heard Snobby talking, so I thought, oh, they're still going.
Yep, yeah, we're still here. I planned on leaving in about 5 minutes, but we're down to 10 in the chat now. But it's still not bad.
Yeah, true. So JJ, did you get your hours?
I got them.
Oh, awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem.
You didn't get the
I got the essentials.
you didn't get your big bell going off this morning with his video saying, "Guess what? I got it."
No, I haven't actually. I need to fill my fridge here because they were out of bottles again, so I have to get more cans.
Okay, so he buys him 2 packages of M&Ms to eat and a whole freaking case of soda.
No, the rest is in the big fridge. I already put that in the big fridge. Heavy. But yeah, good thing, more aluminium. So yeah.
Thank you, Eileen.
That's going to get expensive if you just drink the soda for the aluminum.
Well, no, I drink the soda anyway, so might as well get something out of return in return, right?
Yep.
Hello, Mike and Missy got hitched. Hello, Eileen. Hello, H70 Polo. Did I miss anyone?
There's some more people lurking in here.
So yeah.
Dusty, she's in here.
Yeah, I said hello to Dusty in the chat, and most people.
Mama Dawn in here.
Hello, Mama Dawn. There we go.
Monica left.
Oh.
She wimped out on us.
There, now I can stack these all up in my little fridge here.
That's what I need. I need a fridge right in here beside my computer.
Yeah, this one was actually only 50 euros, so yeah, that would be like $55, I think. And it's not very energy efficient, but it also doesn't get your drinks as cool as like a normal big fridge. But in the summer, it's very handy to have this extra storage just for a lot of cans or small bottles. And you don't have to go far. Well, my apartment is not that big, so I don't go that far anyway. But yeah, it makes the laziness even better.
Yeah, I don't think my wife would let me put a little refrigerator in here. I'd never leave it home.
This is my space. I will put whatever I want. And actually, this space right here is reserved for being set up the way it is, but only to be a bar, a little bar. Is what's eventually going in this space because I'll have my space out there when I build my garage. So
you're actually building a garage?
Yeah, I was gonna do it this year, but not until probably next year now.
There, all filled up. Pepsi in the back where no one can see it.
Snobby, you got Ralph all excited. He had to just jump right on when he saw that copper.
Yeah, I saw copper and brass. So finally, some rest. I've been driving back and forth, bringing people stuff, picking people up, dropping people off, and then going shopping.
Oh, last time that happened, we lost Snobby. What's going to happen this time?
I think he's doing something else on his phone.
Who's Fred?
Fred, not sure. Lol, Fred. Whispering Cauldron, is that Fred?
No, that's Carol.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe it's Fred? The voice in Missy's head.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
That would explain a lot. Yeah.
Yep.
Lukewarm cola.
The voices in her head. See, I'm almost in the mood to go get me a mellow yellow because I've been drinking Gatorade now for about 3 weeks straight.
Fred Flintstone. Yeah, Snobby dropped off.
We lost him. He gone.
Oh, no.
He dropped right off everything because it went right down to 9 when it happened. So now it's back up to 10. But
do you enjoy the ganj? What is ganj?
Ganj is marijuana.
Yeah.
No, I don't use any type of drugs. I don't smoke. I don't drink alcohol. I'm on no kinds of medication whatsoever. I'm in somewhat okay shape. I do drink quite a bit of cola, but I'm the picture of health. I'm basically immune to diseases because I've never been really sick other than colds. And well, when I was a kid, I was allergic to a lot of stuff, but that just faded away, and I never got sick again.
Well, Ralph, I can probably say I can think of a couple pills you should be on.
A couple of pills I should be on. The ones that keep the homicidal tendencies at bay, probably.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, thank you, because I haven't taken my pills yet today.
Drop Dead Fred. Yeah, that was a cool movie. What was the guy's name again? Rick Mayho or something. He's no longer alive. No longer alive. Wasn't even that old when he died. British comedian. He was also in Bottom and in The Young Ones. If you like British shows.
I actually got into watching a lot of the British cop shows on Netflix because they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, some of them are really good, yeah.
Yep. Found a sugar-free chocolate coffee creamer I get to try today. Yeah, that's adding stuff to my coffee that I don't like. Well, not quite Mr. Bean, but I can't even remember the name of them. But there's a couple
Rowan Atkinson, yeah.
That they're actually pretty good because the British seem to, even their their dramas, they always seem to add just a hint of comedy to it. So it's pretty good.
I used to watch the BBC a lot, and I think that's where most of my English came from.
And now that you got your hours, I'll be waiting for my fee of $30 in her PayPal.
Yeah,
like the
James
female
Bond.
version of
Ben Hill.
Ah,
Yeah. I now keep saying that. I was at Friends today, and I was helping them out. I said, "Well, my PayPal is open to donations."
there you go.
So I'm now using that.
Here's my link. By the way, if you'd like to shoot the duck for $1, which for another 4 hours, we lose the freebie sometime today.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If you'd like to shoot the duck for $1, feel free to donate to my PayPal. If I can get $25 a month in there, I will delete the duck.
Yeah.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Missy, don't forget Doctor Who.
Yeah,
and if you really want to see an interesting show, look up Blake's 7. This was a science fiction television show contemporary to Star Trek, the original series. And what Star Trek had for a budget for one episode, Blake 7 had as a less than that as a budget for an entire season. So it's really, really cheaply and cheesy made. And it took me a couple of episodes to get past that, but it's actually a good show.
He's back.
Hey, Snobby is back.
But yeah, even James Bond, Missy, it's a British show, but even the James Bond, they have that little hint of comedy in it.
That one, Blake 7. That's actually a cool show. I've downloaded all episodes, and I put it in the chat. Blake 7. I actually have a T-shirt with a phrase and a picture on there relating to Blake 7. And in all the time that I have the shirt, only once someone vaguely recognized it, but they didn't actually know what it was. Oh, isn't that from like some old science fiction something? Because they recognized the picture. It had a picture of like the ray gun on there that they used back then. And, I remember that. The phrase didn't ring any bells, but that was the closest I got to recognition.
You know what I got a kick out of? For those that watch NCIS, you know what that show is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the guy Ducky, the Dr. Ducky there,
Yeah.
Dr. Mud, was actually he's a British actor who played in the old TV show Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Yep. He was actually one of the co-stars in that movie and that TV series.
Okay, cool. I don't know if it's on Netflix or Hulu. I don't pay for stuff. I download everything for free.
Ralph's a pirate. Arrgh.
Yarr! If it consists of ones and zeros, I don't pay for it. And it's the same with video games. Some people pay 60 euros for a PlayStation 4 game that is also on Xbox, that is also on PC, and is a single-player game. Well, then I just download it for free for the PC. I'm not going to be paying for that. I don't pay for single-player.
I don't like playing games on a PC. It's got too many. You got to hit this and this and this and this and this. And
That
this.
kind of depends on the type of game. However, I did specifically buy some games for the PlayStation that are also on PC because I really like the way you can play them with the controller. Because some games are easier to play with a controller than using a mouse and a keyboard. But most games, especially the 3D shooters where you're just basically running behind each other, those you play with a keyboard and a mouse, then you're a lot faster. Especially the games that are cross-platform. If you got PC players playing against Xbox or PlayStation players, the PC players just about always win because they're way faster.
Bye, Missy. We'll see you later. I'm probably not going to be on.
Bye, Missy.
Longer, but there's still 10 people in here, so
11 it says over here. So
Missy's going to drop off, so it'll go to 10 and
yeah, that'll be 10. Yeah. Right. Okay. So that's one Malolilium.
Blake 7 is on YouTube.
Yeah, Blake 7 is on YouTube. You can watch every episode on YouTube. Correct. I forgot about that. Quality of those episodes is slightly less than if you download them, but it's quite fun to watch. I enjoyed the show pretty much. The first 2 seasons are the best. Third is meh, and the fourth is yeah. But the whole thing it's an experience.
Yep. Yeah, it has to be a really good show for it to run more than 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
It really does. Like NCIS has been on for now what? 15 seasons, 16 seasons, something like that.
But recent TV shows are a lot different than the stuff that came out in the 70s, of course.
Yeah, well, they tend to make them a lot better.
Where is this noise coming from? Is that coming from Snobby?
There's a duck and a gray bear and something else in the background. I don't know.
No, not me. How come I keep getting the blame for everything?
Because you're the island dweller.
Oh, right, it's like that.
I don't know. I just make something up.
That's the second time on this stream already I've been blamed, and it's nothing to do with me.
It went away, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's gone now, so it should be good.
You just needed to yell at the screen, I guess, and it went away.
Yeah. Sometimes microphones go haywire.
Yeah, well,
Yep. So.
Oh.
By Missy, ADB execute not found. Whoops.
What?
I don't.
ABDX not found.
Her and 87 Opolo are trying to get some program working where they use their phone as a camera for their PC. See, people in the chat, I do pay attention. I do know what's going on. But they've been trying to get some program where they can use their camera as a phone. They can use their damn phone as a camera for their PC.
As a webcam, yeah.
Yep. And it's not working for either one of them today. So, Brit Soap I loved had 1 season and they killed it off with a giant cliffhanger. They can write the rest just for me. Yeah. A lot of shows do that. They had this show out there called. I liked it. It was a really good show. It was called the 4400.
Yeah, I heard about that. I wanted to watch that at some point. I think I even downloaded some episodes,
Well,
but I lost them
recommend you
again.
don't. I recommend that you don't because you're going to be pissed off because in the fourth season it ends with a cliffhanger and then they just ended the show.
Yeah, so, Blake 7 also ends in a cliffhanger and the show got cancelled. This happens a lot apparently. Another good show is an Australian science fiction show called Farscape. Had a slightly bigger budget, but less than Star Trek. But it's actually very good. And after a certain season, they kind of got cancelled, but they they purposely made a cliffhanger so that the story would be completely open, and everybody was like, "What the hell?" And so they actually got funding to make 2 movies, but they actually had to put a whole season into 2 movies. So it feels rushed, but it's actually very good. And the characters are well developed. And so.
Netflix is doing actually a pretty good job with picking up some of the shows that get canceled because the big networks don't want them.
Yeah.
People like them, and Netflix is then picking them up. And the best example is this show out there called Lucifer.
Oh, yeah, heard about that.
Really
I've seen
good
a couple of
show.
episodes, I think. Yeah.
Really good show, and it got canceled. So
it did?
It hasn't been any new episodes in 2 years, but Netflix has picked it up, went and hired all the same actors, and is actually going to restart the series.
And this is actually a good thing because sometimes, or this used to happen a lot, like series that were popular, slightly popular, but not popular enough in like the 80s, that got canceled at some point, and some people rediscovered this stuff in the end of the 90s at some point, or when internet came along, and then the gap is too big, and you can't really get the same actors because half of them have died, and some of them are no longer interested in the whole thing.
Yep.
But nowadays, with all this, the media and internet and stuff, this actually becomes possible because many shows that are used to be like obscure and not very popular now get a lot of exposure, and everything that comes out now basically gets a lot of exposure anyway. So this is a good thing, and especially hiring the exact same actors, because nothing annoys me more when you're watching a series, live action, or even if it's cartoons, and if at some point either the voice actor changes or the actor itself changes. That is very annoying.
Yep.
Yeah, I know someone just like that.
Dang, you're quite loud, Snobby. Ooh.
Am I?
I'm sorry. No, that's...
Yeah, I was just saying, I know someone very similar to that. Annoying.
Oh yeah, who's that?
I'm only pulling your leg, Ralph. Don't worry, take the notes to me.
Yeah, and some of the actors out there just don't want to do it no more. Like Harrison Ford didn't want to do Star Wars no more and said he'd only do another Star Wars movie if they killed him.
Yeah.
And then he wouldn't have to ever do any more again.
What's her name? Ripley from Aliens. Sigourney Weaver said at Alien Resurrection. At Alien 3, I think she said, "Kill me off, please." At the end, please kill me off.
Well, they killed her off in the second one, then they brought her back.
Yeah, and then they brought her back with Resurrection.
Yeah.
Because she was offered an insane amount of money, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Well, yeah, good movies anyway. Good actress also.
Yeah, and they couldn't do it. They could not replace Han Solo and have him be like they did with the younger Han Solo. That was fine, but they couldn't have Han Solo be in Star Wars if it was anybody but Harrison Ford.
True.
It wouldn't.
True. The funny thing is, he actually got into Star Wars kind of by accident, I heard. He was actually a set builder, and he was used as a stand-in at some point for someone. And he started being like cocky, like pretending to be one of the actors. And someone picked up on it, and he actually said, "It's actually not bad. We're going to try get you in here in something." And Wow. The funny thing is, in Blade Runner, there's a shot that goes over some buildings, and there's a roundish building. And if you look at the top of the building, it's actually the shape of the Millennium Falcon, and that's actually, I think, some set building props that were used to make the top of that building. So it's quite funny. In the original Blade Runner, then at the top of the building looks like the Millennium Falcon.
Huh.
I'm full of these movie trivia things that are completely useless to most people.
Yeah, I never knew that.
No, me either.
I'm a movie and video game nerd and encyclopedia. Do you know IMDb, the website where you get movie information?
Yes.
Yeah, I used to work at a web shop with a bunch of nerds and stuff. And then all of a sudden, someone was like, "Who's this actor? Who's this? What's this movie? Blah blah blah." And then he said, "Oh, I'll check IMDb." And then someone said, "No, check RMDB over there. Then you get your answer faster." So that was quite funny. I'm gonna have to. I got fish oil everywhere here because of the tins of tuna I had yesterday. This place is a mess.
Well, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna have
One more cigarette.
one more cigarette, and then I'm gonna call it a stream.
Oh, you've done very well.
What the hell am I gonna do when I quit smoking? I'll finish this Gatorade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll just put this away for now. I'll be right back. There we go.
Quick, let's all hide. No.
I can still hear you.
Jeez. Them damn portable headphones.
Yeah, it's awesome stuff.
What bad we whisper?
Yeah, type in the private chat.
Yeah, that I won't be able to see. But that leaves evidence for when I get back. Yeah. Right. Oh, why is this still connected? Oh, I had to print something earlier. Doo-ding. There we go. Off.
Oh, welcome back, Ralph.
Oh, we still got 10 people out in the chat out there, which is actually pretty good. 9 went to 9. Appreciate everybody sticking around.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and I'm sure somebody else will decide to go live when I'm done, and everybody can hang out there. I'm actually going to go outside, and I got to do something today. I can't sit inside again for the whole day. Maybe
you can sort them logs out, can't you?
Yeah, I got to do that, but I also should go out and charge up the battery in the motorcycle and get that started to see if it's the charging system or if it's the battery that's no good or what's wrong with it.
I mean, you'd probably be surprised how many people would be interested in you tidying up your mess out the front there, like the logs and that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Should be.
Do a video of the whole thing and then just put it through high speed and me moving the logs around. Yeah.
Yeah, so time lapse cleaning up. Yeah.
Yep. You like country living? This is what you got to deal with.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I still have 20 pounds of charcoal in the car that I need to drop off for when I start doing more metal casting.
Yep.
I have a project going.
Ralph,
What was that, Nobby?
Outside? Do you do it outside?
Yeah, outside, yeah.
Have you not considered using old engine oil as a
Oh, that's a mess.
fuel?
I have no idea where to get that, but it's a very messy process. And charcoal is actually quite safe, cheap, and
It gets hot.
it gets really hot, I got it up to 1250 Celsius, which is hot enough to melt copper. Copper melts at 1085, but you have to get it a bit higher for it to become nice and liquid. And it's basically like a barbecue. When you're done, you can put a grate on it, put your sausages and your chicken on it, and you can have a barbecue after you melt metals. So, yeah.
Do a video.
Dual
of that,
purpose.
Yeah, I should do that.
The Apple
But you find that the charcoal burns out very quickly.
Charcoal burns out quite quickly. I use briquettes. They burn slower and less hot. When I used charcoal, I actually destroyed a couple of crucibles. And now that I'm using briquettes, it's a lot more controlled, actually. Yeah.
What about actual coal? Or can you even get that over there?
I don't think that I'm able to get that over here. There is not much that actually still uses coal, other than novelty old steam engines that are only for like display purposes. They don't actually run anymore.
We
We
still
have-
have a whole bunch of power plants over here that are powered by coal.
Really?
Yeah.
Everything here is nuclear. And there are, I think, a couple of diesel trains still around, but they very rarely run. Everything is electric.
Well, I don't care. Whatever. As long as I get my electricity, I don't care how.
Yeah, true.
Honestly.
As long as it works.
Yep. Now, see, that's what I was talking about the other day. People were talking about, the world going over to electric cars, and it's like here in the U.S. we still have a lot of coal plants that burn coal. So you're going to an electric car, but it takes so much power to charge that car that you're putting just as much shit in the atmosphere because all your electricity is coming from a coal power plant.
Yeah.
So
True.
What's your trade-off?
Well, the pollution of an individual car compared to the power plant, I think I saw some calculations about stuff like this. If you have to make that much more power to charge all the cars, the pollution is still quite a lot less, because the pollution from normal gas-powered cars is a lot more damaging on the environment than the burning of coal or stuff like that. And a lot of power plants have the huge dams, so they use water. There's a lot of solar panels being developed and stuff. So at some point that'll go over. It's a shame the oil companies are keeping everything under the thumb.
I have well water, Carol's, and I love it. We got cable, but I got well water. I've never understood why they got the catalytic converter on a car, which is supposed to cut down on carbons and stuff going into the air, but it still goes straight through it. So why haven't they come up with a different type of filtration system to put on an automobile to make it less? I mean, somewhere you could put a container where the exhaust has to actually go down through.
The ice cream truck? Loud. Thank you.
If they could have that so that the exhaust actually has to go down through a water filtration system, and the smoke actually has to come through water, that would immensely clean up the stuff coming out of your tailpipe. But I don't see them trying to do that. They'd rather spend millions and millions of dollars instead of spending, a couple $100,000 to develop something as simple as that to cut down on the emissions.
And what about the EGR valve? Is it EGR valve?
The exhaust gas recirculation valve. That was something, I don't know if they still have them on cars. I know they used to. That was one of the first environmentally friendly things they did, which it just took. Basically, it sucked some of your exhaust, just a little bit of your exhaust, back into the engine, so that it tried to reburn it. And they really suck because if they went bad, your car wouldn't run right. You'd have to go out and get a new EGR valve to stick in it, but now they got all this stuff. Fuel injection was the best thing they ever come up with. I mean, that cut down a bunch of stuff, but
Yeah. I just think it's a whole load of nonsense and BS.
yeah, the EGR valve and the PVC or PCV valve and all of that stuff, which it didn't work.
Why can't they look at the fuel that the car needs? Right, so it's cleaned very, very well before it comes out the exhaust.
Yeah, which most of your engines now they have a type of EGR valve that attempts to put, if you go into your exhaust, there's going to be a pipe that goes through the exhaust back up to your engine, and so they're trying to reburn some of that because a lot of that exhaust that comes out the back of your tailpipe is flammable. That's how you get people throwing flames out the tailpipe. All you can do is put a spark plug in it, drill a hole, put a spark plug, run a wire, flip a switch, so that spark plug gets a little spark and it'll blow flames out the back of your car.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's because the car isn't very efficient. And yeah, they just need to make it more efficient so that it actually burns up more of the combustibles in fuel and the exhaust, and it would be better. Or why not do fusion so that the only thing that comes out our tailpipe is water?
Yeah.
They have the technology and they've tried it. They just haven't made it efficient for a large scale use. But
Yeah. And there's something called thorium fusion. That's a thing that was going around a couple of years ago. The Chinese are actually experimenting with this, and these things are so efficient that basically the size of one of those shipping containers would be enough to power a city like, well, not New York. That will be quite big, but like eight shipping containers divided over New York would be efficient enough to power the whole of New York forever.
yeah, but what's the chance of them going poof? That's what they're
Actually,
gonna look at.
quite that chance is actually quite slim.
I ain't gonna
Because
fall.
if you get a chain reaction, the thing will just burn up and implode. It will not explode.
Well,
When splitting atoms, you get all the radiation and crap. When combining atoms, there's no radiation, and the amount of energy coming out is actually greater. And the only thing they have to do is now and again add distilled water.
yeah, it's like hydrogen fusion. I've done
Yeah.
this little experiment myself. You basically take electricity and put it into water. It splits the molecules and separates the hydrogen from the oxygen, and then hydrogen will burn. And it's basically electricity and water.
Yeah. And the same way they can probably get oxygen out of carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide has an oxygen molecule in there, and they're trying to make it efficient. It is actually efficient enough if you get like a football field of vegetation on Mars, basically in a dome. That wouldn't be efficient enough to make enough oxygen for one person to breathe. But the way that they have got the setup made, that they pick the oxygen molecule out of the carbon dioxide, is like 10 times more efficient than a soccer field or a football field of vegetation. So that's also something that they can work on, and they can also apply that here, not just on other planets to terraform them. And people sometimes say that space exploration is useless. Why don't we fix the problems here? Well, thanks to space exploration, we now have mobile phones that work, and navigation and a lot of other stuff.
And the navigation actually came from the military.
Yeah. The internet came from the military.
Yeah.
Came from ARPA.
So All right, folks. Well, I think I'm gonna call it.
No worries.
Almost 12:30. Been on 3.5 hours. That's a long time for me. So
And me.
yeah, and yeah, Zombie's been right here with me. So,
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody from coming. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I'll put out a selfless plug. Watch tomorrow night, right
Oh,
today.
yeah.
Tomorrow night, Behind the Channels, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on for another episode of Behind the Channels. If you'd like to make sure that you're on the channel, go to my page and click my email and send me an email.
Can I just quickly ask roughly what time JJ will be going up live?
I will roughly go around 3 o'clock, which will be 9 o'clock your time.
Okay. Well, I'll try and get an
So
hour
that'll
or two.
be 10 o'clock over here, yeah.
Yeah. I'll try and get some shut eye.
Okay.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah, you could say. Anyway, I'll see you guys later, yeah? Take
All
care.
right, thank you for coming, Snobby.
No problem. See you soon.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
all.
Everybody in the chat, you all have a good day, and I'm sure I'll see you around the web somewhere. Bye, guys.
Bye.